The week is here. Detroit, we will be there August 22nd. Chicago, we will be there August 25th. We cannot wait to see the Midwest. St. Andrews Hall in Detroit, City Winery in Chicago. Maul is going to have finally his 8 Mile moment. I can't wait to see him rap live on stage.
It's not happening, but we hope to see you there. Tickets available now at newrorymall.com.
But he's going to rap.
No worry now.
Maul, I held it down for you this weekend.
This weekend?
Yes.
Held it down how? I don't like when people say shit like that and don't.
Saw some pod ops and said, don't play with the NRM name. Keep Maul's name out your mouth, Lex. Lex P, you think it's a game when you see me?
Lex, what's up with Lex, man?
I saw Lex for the first time in a minute. It was good to see her.
Yeah.
But I told her stop playing with your name. I didn't like that.
I mean, did you tell her that you're gonna vote?
We didn't get that far in the conversation.
But that's
it's more of
the
like
whole-
a catch of like how you been, like what's going on in life. Because I like Lex a lot. We
Yeah,
haven't seen each
Lex,
other.
that's the
But
homie.
I started with, yo, don't play with Maul's name.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Like even security looked over like, damn,
Yeah.
he about to go off.
Yeah.
So she knows what time it is now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You need friends like that. You need friends that see your ops out.
That's going to run down on a woman.
Yeah. Run down on her. Let her know like we not playing those type of games. Watch your mouth. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lex though.
I was shocked that, well, I wasn't shocked whatsoever, but I did want to see you at the 40-40 activation over the weekend. Because you did the 440 for real. Like, you would never go to some pretend.
I don't do activations.
You wouldn't go to the Javits Center.
No, definitely not. I don't do activations.
You were scared of Michael Rubin?
No, I never met Michael Rubin, but no, it would have been good to see him after, his statements last week.
Well, I did not see him. But I mean, I feel like the Javits Center was built by the Westies. So like,
yeah,
I felt at home, no matter whose event it was or who was there. That's Irish to me, the Javits Center. You're welcome, New York City.
Yeah. And thank God we never had to use the Javits Center during COVID for like dead bodies and stuff like that.
No, we had the.
Because then that would have been weird that they have a 40-40 in the same place where they house dead bodies during the pandemic.
We had El now it's a cruise ship.
Yeah.
It goes from here to Alaska. But I went to Fantastic Fest on the last day.
Fantastic Fest.
Jesus Christ, Rory.
Fanatics?
Same shit, right?
No, it's not.
They could have used a little dirty in there. They could use some Fantastic.
Well, Fantastic is a great.
They were using it on the tables for sure.
Yeah, that's a great cleaner.
Fantastic Four.
It was a bunch of tables, so yeah, of course.
A bunch of Fanatics too.
Just went over y'all head. So I went to Fanatic Fest. Kaz was speaking. So went to go support my friend, and then I stopped by the 40-40 activation, which was cool. For those that haven't been to the 40-40, they really recreated the entire thing in the Javits Center.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of clips online. They definitely replicated it to a T almost. I thought it was actually the 40-40 for real. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but definitely had no desire to go.
But it was cool. I can't say I'm like a convention guy per se.
Mm-hmm.
You did have to walk through everything to get to the 40-40 spot. So I mean, I did see the whole thing, and it was cool. It was definitely family friendly until you got into the 40-40 club, and then it was tequila and volume 1 raps.
Party time. Yeah, let's get it.
The difference between the two was just hilarious. Watching like kids just want to go find some anime shit, just walking past loud rap music and people drinking way too much Douce and tequila.
Yeah,
at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
because it was during the day.
Yeah, nah, that's how you supposed to party though. Party at 8 a.m. but start drinking at 9.
And then you had to get to the bathroom. It was like on the other side of the convention center. So you would just watch drunk people with full glasses just cut through kids' activations. It was interesting, but I had a lot of fun. Shout out to Rock. They did a really good job with the 40-40 thing. I don't know. Is this a rollout for something Hove's doing? Or did he just feel like he wanted to do?
They're open up. I believe they are opening another 40-40.
Yes.
Okay. Where's that going to be at?
Well, not another.
They're reopening the same one?
Well, yes. Yeah. Technically, yes. They're reopening the same one.
Like the one in the city?
I don't think they're going to go for the same location, but the plan is, I think in a year or so's time to open the club again.
This is how out of the loop I am. Is the 40-40 on 25th and Broadway?
It's been closed. It's been closed.
Okay.
For over a year.
The last party they did there was like, I think the party that they do for like your birthday.
Okay.
Every year. I think that was one of the last parties that they did.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy. It just shows how much I haven't been outside. I mean, I assume they were going to open one if they end up getting that Caesar's Palace thing.
Oh,
together, but
there for sure.
There would be one there, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I always liked the 40-40 Club.
I did too.
Does that make me like a tourist? I always thought it was a cool spot.
The 40-40 Club to me was always like a cooler version of like ESPN Zone.
Yeah, more or less.
You know what I mean? When they closed the ESPN Zone, that broke my heart. That was like my favorite little place to go watch games, fights, whatever. So the 40-40 was that. It just I think they just needed to be a bigger space though.
You think?
Honestly, yeah. I think they need, because if you're gonna have a sports bar, sports club, it needs to be a little big. Now, if you get a private room, then it doesn't matter.
Which I mean, we've done you and I plenty of times.
Why wouldn't we?
That was our thing.
Why wouldn't we? But
why wouldn't we? Mad reasons why we wouldn't.
But they definitely need to open a new one, because it is a good spot to go. And if you're in the city and a game or fight is on, it's a good spot to go to.
I wasn't the only one outside. I saw Demaris was out getting skin to skin.
Skin to skin.
She was doing some body rolls.
Where was Demaris? Demaris been outside for the last 3 months.
You know where I haven't been though? The pool. That's where I haven't been.
You were just at a pool. You was just at a pool showing ass. I just saw you.
Well, that's where you do.
Yeah, that was like a week.
We didn't even know you was in New York. That shit looked like you was in Mexico somewhere.
That was Newark.
Maul, you want to tell people how you let me down again? Like every other man in my life?
I didn't let you down.
You gotta start relying on it.
I didn't let you down. I did not let you down. How did I let you down?
Can we roll the clip, Julian, please?
Oh.
You know how you let me down.
How did I let you down?
Now I lost the fucking bet to Rory. You got me losing to white men.
You betting white men. You're going to lose anyway. You shouldn't bet white men. You know that.
So I made a plan with Maul to link him, and me and him are supposed to be getting a cabana tomorrow and going to
cabana with Dan. Okay.
Me and Rory are making a bet. Maul doesn't know this. That if Maul doesn't link,
what she said right there, Maul doesn't know this, right? So that clears me of anything.
No. You didn't know about the bet.
So that clears me of this.
No, you guys on Thursday afternoon discussed meeting up the next day to go to the pool.
Potentially.
You guys even discussed
potentially. We didn't put nothing in. We didn't put nothing in ink.
You sick.
And then I said,
did we put it in ink, or did I say, yo, I'm gonna hit so and so and try to see if I could get
Putting plans with your friends in ink is crazy.
No, but I'm
just
saying
gonna put that out there.
Nothing was set though. What are you talking about? Nothing was set.
Contract to go hang out.
Nothing was set. We didn't set a time. We didn't set a place. Nothing. We discussed different locations. I said, yo, let me hit homie and see if we can get a cabana at that pool.
But why does that matter though? When before you even thought about that, we had other pools lined up. Okay, if they couldn't do it, we could have went to other places.
There's but in New York.
Mad of them.
So Demaris, I could just tell, like you can see, like when a young child is starting to get their hopes up, like dad's really gonna pick them up that weekend, and like you want to tell them, like, yo, your dad's a piece of shit. He's really not coming to the game. Like you should just focus on the game. He's not gonna be.
He's still looking for those cigarettes.
So I'm trying to tell Demaris, when you were on the other side of the office, and I went to Demaris and I said, you know he's not Lincoln, right?
He's not Lincoln.
Like, don't put a deposit down on that cabana. Don't have Ciroc bottles show up because Maul's not gonna be there.
That's not true though. That's not true. I hit homie. He hit me back. Said his people wasn't there at Dumbo this weekend. I was like, all right, cool. And I woke up late. I woke up at like 1 o'clock and called Demaris.
So we
to be fair, we were supposed to be at the pool at 12:30. He called me at 1 o'clock to cancel.
I called her as soon as I woke up. As soon as I woke up, I called her.
But you knew your ass had to wake up to talk to me. So why did you go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, Maul?
That's just how the night went. Like sometimes you just look up and it's 5 o'clock. You're like, damn, I got to go to sleep.
What were you doing?
I was in the city.
Okay.
I went to go eat, and then we went by my boy's studio, smoking and shit, chilling. And then I was like, yo, it's like 3:30.
So you wasn't doing shit real.
I mean, that was real. It was really chilling.
They signed the contract. He had to jail.
I was really chilling, and then I was like, yo, listen, I'm taking my ass back home, man.
What type of studio was it?
It was a recording studio.
Okay. You maybe get the urge?
I've never.
You saw the recording equipment and just.
I've never gotten it.
You didn't do a response to Rory? You didn't like channel
No.
There's no way you didn't see a microphone and at least think of a 4.
I promise you.
A 2.5.
I promise
Maybe
you. I've seen plenty of microphones in my life and never thought like, I'm gonna go in there and lay something down. That thought has never crossed my mind. Not one time. I promise you that.
I saw Lenny at the 40-40 thing and he put a camera in my face and said rap, and I was like, fuck. Am I now one of those rappers that needs to have a 16 in the tuck?
Yes.
Like I was on the spot. I felt like a fraud.
You felt
like I couldn't rap the same. I couldn't rap my hit single.
You wasn't really living your rhymes.
Bar for bar.
Yeah, like trying to get that off over the music at 40-40 would have been.
It's just not. It's not the same. It don't hit the same as the parking lot.
But finish this because Demaris and I did have a bet about this entire thing.
Okay.
And he said, "No, I'm gonna link them." I said, "No, you're not."
If Maul links me, Rory has to do 25 push-ups on cam.
Okay, man.
And if he doesn't link me, I have to do 25 push-ups on cam. So, Maul, I'm putting my faith in you. Please don't let me down.
See? That's where you went wrong. You should have let me know that you made the bet.
Let's do 100.
That's how confident
I
I
can't
am.
do 100. Fuck you, Rory.
Imagine she took that 100.
So then
All right, do you want to spread this out? Like, how do you want to do it?
So
25 straight in the beginning.
So I text Maul first thing in the morning. I text
Five.
him.
I'll do them for you.
I text Maul and
This is Coach
now
Carter?
it's Coach Carter. Yeah, I'm like, now it's Coach Carter. I text Maul. I'm like, what's up with the eyes? No response. Mind you, this was around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Mind you, we were supposed to be there 12:30.
Dead.
First dub.
So I'm like, all right.
He was
Go
in
on
the
Twitter.
stew.
I go on Twitter,
At
start
9?
talking shit about
Oh,
him.
it's not. I was
At
in
9
the bed.
I go on Twitter, start talking shit about him. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna expose Maul if he flakes on me. I'm gonna
Expose me
him.
for what?
Right.
Screenshots.
What is exposing me?
Exposed.
So then 9 goes, 10 goes, 11 goes, 12 goes. Mind you, I done already exposed him in a conversation that we'll get to later, but already on Twitter.
That
So then-
I found that kind of funny though, to backtrack. You did your exposing before he even had a chance to call you. You're like, yo, I'm gonna expose him
I said
if he
Maul
don't
flakes,
call, but
because
just to let you know, he thinks Drake is better than Mariah. I was
No,
like,
that's
well, there goes
not-
the
no.
whole game.
I think Drake is better than Mariah.
No, I exposed. What I said was, I'm gonna tell y'all the dumb shit Maul say if he don't respond to me. I gave him an hour and a half to respond. He didn't respond.
Mhm.
So then I tweeted. Then he calls me. The tweet has 500 retweets already. I send him that video. He calls me bonnet on, smoking. Like, yo, get the fuck off.
Know what I'm saying, yo?
I'm not gonna lie. Bonnet on, smoking.
You
Me
get
on the
enough
wake
in the
up.
stew?
Huh?
You
Like
get
he
enough
was
in the
my
stew?
baby mother.
That's breakfast. You know, you got to wake up and, you know what I'm saying?
So how did this conversation go once you guys finally connected?
No, I told him you was wild. I knew you was gonna do this to me like you always do. And then I told Twitter the dumb shit
Man,
that
Baby
you
D
said.
sound like one of my, you know what I mean? I got to take her out. Now I got to take you out. Because you think I ain't shit now. I
I'm
can't
not
do that.
begging niggas for
Damn, what-
nothing no more in 2024.
Yo, but why you be giving me the energy that you be having for these other niggas, though? Like, because that
'Cause that's
energy
how
is
you
not
act.
for me.
You act like these other niggas.
No, I
Crazy.
don't. How?
Worse, actually. You
How?
way worse.
That's
You
crazy.
set expectations and you don't meet them.
That's crazy.
What's the daughter saying blow to Boston George? Yo, I thought you couldn't live without your heart.
Yeah.
Left trying to go to California with a suitcase and everything.
Mhm.
They got schools in
So that's
Cali
the
too.
same-
She brought a notebook.
So that's the same here? It's the
Yes.
same type of thing? Oh, okay. But what was you exposing on Twitter?
The conversation that we had off mic a couple days ago.
Which should have been on mic.
About what?
Which we can have now, but I was kind of on that 50 mean of like, what you say fuck me for? How did I get dragged into?
Oh no, because
People
I
in my
wasn't.
mentions like, Roy, your credibility shot. I was like, I didn't even know this was
Oh,
gonna be.
niggas was like, the crazy thing was they was just calling Maul stupid, but they always call Maul stupid for his music takes. That's nothing new. But
What
Rory,
music take was stupid?
they were like,
right.
Rory, you made an R&B album and you don't know Mariah. You're not familiar with Mariah's pen. Oh, they was like, your ass.
Which
So you
I don't
said-
think is crazy. I was very honest that obviously I'm familiar with her discography, but I never went and like checked the credits. And I've never heard the rumblings that like Mariah was this writer. You know the artist that we know with the pen. Like it's within the world. I've never
Who would you
heard.
think of them? Who? So if could you name them? What artists do you know for a fact are crazy with their pen that they're actually artists?
Drake.
Let's not do rappers for the sake of it. Let's do R&B singers or pop singers.
Adele,
Okay,
crazy with. Are we talking like sort of current, more or less?
you could do whatever, whenever. fine.
Victoria Monet, we know is crazy
Okay.
with the pen.
Okay.
If you want to go superstars, I would say
Taylor Swift.
Taylor
pen is
Swift would be
fucking
one that we know is
insane.
crazy with the pen. These are conversations that are had.
Mm.
I've just never heard that. I could be mistaken, which I was saying in that conversation. You made it sound like I walked in and was like, yo, Mariah can't write shit. I say, yo, I don't know. Inform me.
Mm.
Let me know.
All right, so
Because I don't know, because I thought a lot of it was JD, B. Cox. That's just what I assumed, but I could be wrong.
So Demaris says Maul looked me dead in my face and told me Drake was a better songwriter than Mariah fucking Carey, and asked Rory for backup. And Rory says, "I don't know. I'm not familiar with Mariah's pen. This is the shit I deal with." I don't know why you think that's a crazy take. Mariah Carey writes one type of song. Drake writes one type of music.
That's also just not true.
R&B and pop. What other type of music does Mariah write?
So you just named two types of music.
All right. So what other type of? Because we know Drake does that as well.
Okay,
He also writes rap.
that's
He also
fine.
writes house music. Oh, I mean dance music. Don't call it house dance.
Writing dance music doesn't require a crazy pen. It's dance music. The majority of the time you're dancing. I don't like it. Ain't like
No, that's
That's not-
What are you
That's all.
talking about?
okay. So dance music is known for having like crazy lyrics, like the lyrics and the wordplay.
If you write a dope dance record, I'm just saying if you write a great dance album, if you're writing dance music and the album is great, That's great. No matter what it is, no matter what the genre is. I'm just saying Mariah Carey, we only know for R&B and pop. Drake writes rap records. He writes pop records. He writes R&B records. He writes dance records. Like, I don't know how you even think that saying that Mariah's pen is better than Drake's. Drake writes more type of music than Mariah.
Dance
but
hall
because
records.
you write more type of music doesn't mean that you write better music.
I'm still stuck on dance not having good lyrics.
I didn't say it didn't
How
have
deep
good
is your love? Is it like the ocean? To me, is fucking poetic.
I didn't say it doesn't have.
We found love. Pen is Calvin
We found
Harris
love.
went
Calvin
nuts.
Harris is a fucking genius.
I'm
That's
just saying,
some of the best writing I've
I
ever
don't know
heard.
why you thought that was so crazy. I'm just saying Drake writes more types of different genres
Yes.
than Mariah.
Okay, but that doesn't make it better songwriting. Okay, so let me just put it
And
like
Drake
this.
is like the biggest artist probably like ever. So like,
Oh, okay. What like?
so
that
if he's
doesn't-
writing all of this music or a lot of this music, we obviously know he has records written by other people. But if he's writing a lot of this music and he's one of the biggest artists ever in the world, how could you think that your statement of Mariah's pen is better than Drake's holds any
Well,
weight?
a lot of people would say Drake doesn't write a lot of his music. That would be the response to what you're saying.
I'm not even paying that attention
Yeah.
because that's whatever. Like I'm not that.
I believe
that
Drake
I didn't
does.
even bring up that. I did find it funny the people in my mentions that are like Mariah don't fucking write, and I'm like. Only one of them has ghostwriting accusations, but I'm not going to bring that up because I do believe that Drake
There's no,
writes
but there's
his
no
stuff.
but there's
ghostwriting
no- I
do think
accusations
that
in R&B and pop.
Yeah,
Period.
pop
I
music.
do think that Drake writes his stuff, so I don't even think that's a valid argument. My point, and so the whole, let me just give some background on how, because everybody's like, how did this even come to be an argument? I was sitting here, we were in post-pro, everybody was chilling, and I,
Post pro is crazy.
We were in what?
Post pro. Man, we were just hanging out.
Pre-pro and then post-pro.
it was directly after a episode. We were not just hanging out.
All right.
I'm on your side right now.
Anyway,
Big
so-
post pro crew.
So we were sitting here, and I have Breakdown, which is a song by Mariah Carey and Bone Thugs, stuck in my head. I kept humming it. So I said, when I was listening to the lyrics that were in my head, I said, yo, Mariah Carey is one of the greatest songwriters of all time. And the reaction from everybody in the room was, of all time? Quote Maul. Of all time? I said, yes, of all time. I'm standing on what I said. And he was like, she ain't a better songwriter than Drake.
That's not what happened. I did not say, see, I did not say that.
Who
I did
brought
not
up
say
Drake,
that.
Maul? You think I brought up Drake?
I didn't bring it up. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna say to what you say, yo, she's not a better songwriter than Drake. I wouldn't even say that.
Okay.
First of all, I don't even talk about Drake as much as y'all make it seem like I do. Anytime I talk about Drake, I'm responding to what y'all saying. I wouldn't just say, yo, she's not a better songwriter than Drake. What are you talking about? I probably didn't even hear the statement you made, if we being real.
Admittedly, I walked in mid-conversation, so I don't know how it started. That's
Bro,
when
I
Demaris said,
never-
back me up. I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you, I did not say that.
Okay.
Well,
That's
how
why I
did-
don't
how did
even know
Drake get
about the
brought up?
tweet she talking about, because that conversation wasn't even that heavy on my mind. I wouldn't say she's not a better songwriter than Drake. I would
found
never
it
say
to
that.
be a weird
Wait, so
conversation
you would
just
never,
of those two.
so you would never say that, right? So
In response to you saying
okay, but did you or did you not say that she wasn't a better songwriter than Drake? Did you or did you not say that? That
further
statement
along in
came
the
out of your mouth.
conversation, but I'm not the one that said she's not a better songwriter than Drake. I didn't bring Drake up in that conversation.
What you did say that Drake is a better songwriter than her.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. He writes different type of music. Mariah is R&B and pop. That if Mariah was, if you tell me, yo, Mariah wrote Bone Thugs verse on that Breakdown joint, I'll be like, God damn, now she in a whole nother category. But like she's writing R&B and pop records. Like Drake is writing a bunch of different type of
So
genres.
is your metric the number of genres you can write for? Because
Absolutely.
in that case, what about
if you could write for different types of genres, and I'm only writing for R&B specifically or pop,
So those are
of course
two.
you're a better songwriter than me. You write, that's like if you're directing a whole bunch of different type of genres in movies. If I'm only directing horror films and you've directed comedies and fucking,
Yeah, but what if those horror films are Oscar-winning films and you're just doing
and
a bunch
I
of
have
other
Oscar
movies?
winning films as well. We're not talking about we're talking about Drake here,
No.
bro.
But it's a rare case because there's not that many writers that
Yeah.
write rap, R&B, pop, and other
By your
genres.
metric, you're
like
saying-
Dream being one of the greatest writers ever. Dream still really only writes R&B and pop.
By your metrics, you're saying that Drake is a better songwriter than not only Mariah Carey, but The Dream, Jermaine Dupri, B. Cox. You're saying that he's a better songwriter than all of those people. Whatchamacallit, Warren, all of those people.
Well, JD writes rap too, though.
Okay, so
That is a fact.
okay,
JD is
so
one of
rap
the,
and R&B. and
JD
pop.
is a better writer than Drake.
JD's a better writer than Mariah Carey.
JD might fight you on that.
No, he won't.
Okay.
No,
Y'all
he
got
won't.
Peacock's number, call him. That's what I really wanted to say when we was having that conversation, but I had somewhere to go after. Y'all are on speaking terms with the Brian Michael Cox.
Yeah, but
Call him and ask him his opinion on that and see what he says.
call and ask the opinion between Drake and Mariah Carey as a pen-wise, or because I'm not asking him if Mariah writes all her shit. Because if she doesn't, he's going to be like, don't talk on a podcast about that.
You keep I don't think you understand that what you're saying is like disrespectful to Mariah, and I keep trying to inform you that it is.
What's
Okay.
disrespectful?
All right.
Because Mariah's
Your
pen
source
has
so far
been,
has been, trust me. I
No,
keep
my
asking
source
you,
has not been
I'm
trust
ignorant.
you.
I don't know.
And I keep Mariah, first of all, both B. Cox and Jermaine Dupri have been quoted to saying that Mariah Carey is one of the best songwriters that they've ever come into contact with. That's
Cool.
number one. Number two, she's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And when she went into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, the number one argument that people had was she should have been inducted in sooner. And they said it was due to her being discredited because she was a woman. So when you keep saying like, this is a question, it's not a question. Every single man she's ever co-wrote with came on there and said, yeah, we mainly produce the music, but the lyrics are usually all Mariah.
Great songwriter. I'm not arguing you on that.
That's why I keep telling Rory's like, well, I don't know if she writes. I don't know. And I'm like,
I didn't say it as I asked you a question.
and
I've never looked at the credits.
And I keep telling you yes.
Okay.
And you keep saying, well, B. Cox might say she doesn't write. He's not going to say that.
Okay,
That's why I'm so
with
confident
that
in telling you to
information,
call
if
him.
she wrote every last word of every single song, I still think Jermaine Dupri is a better writer than
that's
Mariah Carey.
not. Okay, I'm not blaming you for thinking that. That's fine.
Yeah, because it's
I'll-
not like every Mariah song is dope.
Of course not.
Yeah, so that mean just because you write everything don't mean like it's dope.
But when I
She's
was
just the
on
only
the
person-
phone with
Go ahead.
Demaris over the weekend, I was not familiar that she wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You. I just assumed that was a cover and she just has the best one. This is how unfamiliar I am with her pen. I didn't know that was a Mariah original.
All I Want for Christmas?
Yes.
She might be her rendition. I think All I Want for Christmas is a.
I assumed it was a
Older record.
cover and she just had the
I
best
think she
cover.
probably wrote her rendition of it. But that record might be an old holiday, a Christmas record though.
Best version for sure, but yeah, come on. Vince Vaughn wrote that shit. Like, what are we doing here?
A lot of the people that were bringing up "Always Be My Baby" and saying that JD wrote that and that's one of her biggest songs. And JD also came out and said that he didn't write the lyrics on that. Mariah Carey did. He wrote the music and helped with melody.
Okay.
I just want like.
I'm not here to
This was
discredit her.
never supposed to be like a big thing, but when I realized that people really were not aware
Yeah, I mean,
of these things,
she faced a $20 million lawsuit for that record, by the way.
did she win it or did she lose it?
All I Want for
I'm
Christmas.
assuming they settled because
She makes $20 million every December, so does it matter?
No, it's worth the suit, but I'm just saying, like, they were sued by.
All
The
I'm
real writers.
saying is this, and the reason why I brought that up because I am familiar with Mariah's pen and the way that she puts intricately puts words together, and the words that she uses, they call Mariah the human dictionary because the words that she uses are words you don't even think of.
Like Christmas.
She has a. I'm obviously having this conversation.
That was funny.
It's okay.
That was
Have a-
funny.
No, have a ball.
I'm not gonna lie, that
Have a
was
ball.
funny. That was funny like Christmas.
Should we do a lyric?
Okay.
Let's do a lyric breakdown on Christmas. Christ and Mass. Do you get it? Oh, that's for me. Okay, yeah.
Love
You think
ordering
he
food
read
during the
that
pod.
piece?
I ordered
Um,
that before I got here.
But do you think it's odd that I just didn't assume she was writing everything? And it's not even a gender thing. Usher, I don't just assume Usher's pen is over everything.
Well,
I don't assume Beyonce's pen is over everything. Rihanna's pen, like pop stars in general, we don't typically think that they write
It
like
doesn't
that.
matter for pop stars if they write or not.
I'm not, whatever makes the best music.
Yeah,
But I also think Beyonce writes more than people give her credit for.
for sure.
Usher probably the same. I just never heard like Mariah when people were bringing up Prince. Just her name never got brought up. So it's just my ignorance, I guess. I love Mariah.
Is Mariah a better songwriter than Prince to you?
I won't give my opinion on that
Why?
because I just won't.
Nah, see, don't do that.
That's
Don't
a
do
yes.
that.
I won't
Don't
give
do
my-
that.
I won't
Don't
give
do
my-
that.
I won't give my
I'm
opinion
asking you
on
a
that.
direct question, baby. Don't do that. Do you think Mariah Carey's a better songwriter than Prince?
I won't give my
You can
opinion on that. I have
infer
no
that she
comment.
says yes.
You don't infer a fuck ass thing.
I can. That's what an inference is. I'm
Okay.
making my own opinion.
So you don't want to. Why won't you speak to that? Why won't you?
Because
answer
I'm
that?
not familiar enough with Prince's I'm not as familiar with Prince's discography as I am Mariah, so it would be unfair for me to make that valuation.
So let's attack you then, because that's how I feel. When
I
said the
attacked
same
you,
thing.
or did I keep trying
It's literally the
to, or
same
did I
thing.
keep trying to inform you and you weren't taking the information? Was that?
I was just
attack?
asking for more. That was all.
And I was, and you were like, "Your sources trust me, bro." I'm like, "No, that's not. I can start sending you sources, but you don't care about that. If I
Yes,
tell
I
you
do.
these, if I
I'm a
tell you
nerd. I
these
love that type of
sources
shit.
Exist, if I tell you these sources exist, you should know me and trust me well enough to know that I know what I'm talking about. Especially if it's something that I'm going this hard for.
That's why I would even have the conversation, because I do trust your music taste and your music knowledge. People like us typically have more sources. That's why I was asking for them.
Okay, I'll text them all to you
That's all.
today.
I just kind of want you to like answer that question if Prince is a better writer than Mariah.
I already said that I'm not as familiar with Prince's discography as I am Mariah's. I'm not even as familiar with Prince's discography as I am Michael's. So
I mean, that's most people.
yeah, I wasn't really raised on Prince like that.
Is Mariah a better songwriter than Michael Jackson?
Yes. Michael Jackson, yes.
Okay.
It's well known that the majority of Michael's #1 songs were written for him. He had input in them, yes. But I'm talking about Mariah goes in the studio by herself. JD says she don't even like to write her lyrics around people. She straight writes by herself. And the words that she uses are absolutely, and the way that she strings them together is insane. I think because her voice is so high and she makes pop music, people don't sit and listen to the things that she says. Which, I mean, that happens, but.
So before we get to Michael, we are doing the male vocalist draft the way we did for the female vocalist one on Patreon this week. Following week, should we do songwriters draft?
I think that would take a little bit more
I'm trying to go all the way nerd with it.
prep. I think it would take a little bit more prep and
We
a
got
little
2
bit
weeks.
more research.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks.
Just off this search, some songs Michael wrote for himself include Beat It, Billie Jean, Black or White, Dirty Diana, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Heal the World, and The Way You Make Me Feel.
Does he have any co-writers on those songs, Julian?
I'm sure
he has.
I'm sure Mariah has co-writers on
Is
shit that
some
she
of the-
fully, for the most part, wrote. Like,
Yo,
co-writers exist.
I ain't gonna lie. Running off Michael's songs that he wrote is fucking. That's a cheat code, bro. Billie Jean, Beat It. Like, are you kidding me?
Look up the writers for Billie Jean. I just want to see if there's one co-writer or there's 10.
Mariah has co-writers too. We're not doing that.
She's written with people, sure,
Of
but
course she
she's
has.
known to write. You know what? Okay.
Okay, but also back in the day,
Songwriter, Michael Jackson,
yeah,
for
but
what?
I mean,
Billie Jean.
sometimes you don't.
Mariah ain't got nothing as big as Billie Jean. Nothing. Billie Jean wiping that
I don't
whole-
know. All I Want for Christmas might
Man.
be the only song that could compete with Billie
Cut
Jean.
it out, man.
Beat It.
Have you been to Macy's?
Songwriter,
Man, they
Michael
play
Jackson.
Billie Jean. They
Have
play
you been to
Billie
Macy's
Jean all
and stuff
year long.
Well, that's nice to know.
All year long, they play Billie Jean.
I mean, according to Tank, Chris Brown's a better writer than Michael Jackson, and we can go there, but
Wait, what?
we'll get there in 1 second. But I discredited Michael a bit when it came to his pen and writing music. Once I watched the documentary about We Are the World, and Lionel Richie was talking about like all the tapes and dats that Michael had in his house where he was just pretending to be instruments and like arranging actual songs with his voice for Quincy to then play. I think we don't give Michael the credit he deserves as far as a writer.
Who
I
doesn't?
don't think he gets.
Because I think what Demaris said is what most people think. Like
No,
Mike
most
is
people
the
do not
greatest
think-
entertainment, but Quincy and Lionel were doing a lot of the actual writing. I think a majority of people in the music world think that. Even though I've been to that studio in LA and like
a
you
majority of people
you
in
can
the-
see Michael's, like they have it framed of, I think it's Billie Jean actually, of him writing the actual.
So you think a lot of people in the music business or people that are just fans of music don't know about Michael's pen?
I think a little bit of both.
little bit of
I'm talking about the
I
people
think
that care about
people
who writes
that are
stuff.
in people that are
the regular
writers.
fan doesn't give a fuck.
People that are writers know that Michael Jackson is one of the greatest, if not the greatest songwriter.
But the only thing that's discredited in his legacy, outside of that whole plot from those guys, was that he wasn't the writer.
Yeah, that is. I agree with Rory. I believe
not saying
he
it's-
wrote more than people think he does, but that is a thing that Michael also, like Beyonce, they say that they don't really write their
I want
crimes.
people to stop bringing up Michael Jackson's name whenever they talk about music.
Well, no, Tank said Chris Brown is better in every category. Do we have that clip?
Yeah.
Tank, who I deem like I revere Tank when it comes to anything music,
Tank
R&B related.
Tank is a fucking phenomenal
legend.
artist, writer, a dope person. I like Tank. I fuck with Tank. But if Tank is saying that Chris Brown is a better writer and a better producer and is better vocally than Michael Jackson,
Well,
Tank he's sadly mistaken.
he was talking with Stephen A. Smith, right? I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And was suggesting that Chris Brown is the evolution of everybody, whether it be Michael, him, Genuine, like Chris is that. He's the evolution, which he made a great comparison. He said there's Magic Johnson and then there's LeBron James. That didn't tie it together for you?
Nah, not at all. I've never heard nobody compare
Which is
LeBron to
cool.
Magic.
We all get behind a microphone or have an interview or talk with someone and say some outlandish shit. And as men, we need to walk back some of our statements. Tank did the opposite. He doubled down and explained his point further within the comments. On IG, he said, vocal ability, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown. Chris takes it there. Writing ability, Chris Brown is better. Producing ability, Chris Brown is better. Dancing ability, Chris Brown is better.
The only thing that I would ever even argue about Chris Brown being better than Michael is dancing.
Yeah, I think
I've had that discussion. I feel like Chris is a better dancer than Mike. Chris is not a better entertainer, and Chris Brown has said this. He's spoken about this. He's not a better entertainer than Mike. And I don't even know how we in 2024 we're even having this conversation. But it's not Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson was in this era of social media, where everything goes viral, performances, the shit, it wouldn't make any sense that anybody is that big of a star. You look at Michael's live performances now today, and I mean, it's not even this. He was bigger than life. You know what I mean? Like Chris is a great artist, great entertainer. Has great music. I love Chris Brown. I think he's one of the best artists we've ever had. But we talking about Michael Jackson. Like this is not even. It's not even in the same. It's not even in the same world. It's like Michael Jackson is otherworldly.
Okay.
When you talking about entertainer and artist.
Well, I'm not here to advocate for the devil, I promise. Let's go through the categories. Maybe Tank has a point.
No, he doesn't.
Can we pull we've seen Michael Jackson dance before, Julian. Can we go back to the categories? Vocal ability. You don't think it's a conversation between Michael Jackson and Chris Brown?
No.
You don't think Chris Brown is in the same conversation as Michael Jackson as a vocalist?
No, he's not.
No.
I can go to when Michael Jackson was singing at 6, 7 years old, and everything he was singing is better than anything Chris Brown has sung. At 7 years old.
Not the songs, vocal, just straight up
at
raw vocals.
Yes, at 8 years old.
No, I'll be there too. But
so what are we talking about?
Both of their careers.
You want to go to Off the
puberty.
Wall? Should I play Off the Wall, the album for you?
I've heard
Just
it
so
before.
you hear like vocals.
Okay.
It's not even close.
I'm gonna lean Michael too, but I think there's an actual conversation that someone could debate between Chris Brown of vocals.
No, there's not.
Another person I think is underrated when it comes to vocals is Christopher Brown. I don't think people give his fucking credit at all. I think he's in the conversation with Michael Jackson when it comes to vocals.
That may be true, but you can't say somebody is underrated and then say there's a conversation that he may be better vocally than Michael Jackson. If there's even a conversation that you may be a better vocalist than Michael Jackson, then you're not underrated as a vocalist.
Okay, second category, and this is why I wanted to go through these. If we go by what you said with Drake versus Mariah, of somebody that had the ability to write in different genres, Chris Brown, by your standard, would be deemed the better writer than Michael Jackson. Chris has raps, straight up R&B, pop music, dancehall, Afro beats. Chris has written everything and at a high level. So I see what Tank is saying, especially based off what you're saying. If someone has that vast of a pen where they can go in any genre and shine, I'm going to say Chris Brown might be a better writer than Michael Jackson. Not writing music, but writing lyrics.
Hell nah. You sick as fuck.
Producing ability, I didn't want to have that conversation. Michael Jackson.
The only conversation we should be having is dancing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm with you. I'm with Tank on that. I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Michael Jackson. I don't think Chris Brown's a better entertainer than Michael Jackson, but I think he's a better dancer. But I also think the twins are better dancers than Michael Jackson. Like, dancing. I don't think they're better entertainers.
But to his point of evolution, I can see it in the dancing. Like, I think Chris probably was more of an evolution of Usher than he was of Michael. Like, dancing just had to step up more and more from when the Jacksons were around.
Yeah.
So, you know, people weren't expecting Mike to do a backflip. We'd seen the moonwalk. Like, Chris now has to do something.
That is the one thing that I think, and I'm, you know, a huge Chris Brown fan. I'm one of the biggest Michael Jackson fans. That is the one thing that I will say Chris probably has over Mike is dancing. Entertainer, there's nobody that comes close.
And this isn't a slight to, I want to make this clear, this isn't a slight to Chris Brown.
You ain't got to make that clear. Just being in the same conversation as Mike is no slight.
Exactly, because this has happened with other debates that we have had where we debate, compare two people and we say one is not better and people get really offended like we're discrediting them. We're not discrediting
Listen, Chris has spoken on this and he says, hell no, don't even put me in the same category as Michael Jackson.
I mean, the real debate is vocal ability, Michael, Chris Brown, or Quavo. Writing ability.
Bye, Rory.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all sounded sick as fuck. I know you look at that clip every fucking week and be like, yo, what?
Oh, I was
no, because I knew the context. We're not going to have the convo.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't what context?
No,
doesn't matter.
We're not
All right, I'm trying to get...
what context? Tell me the context.
I don't have a context. I was wrong.
The conversation was never even about music.
It was about notoriety at the time.
It had nothing to do
no
with
matter
music.
what the fuck it was about Quavo is nothing nowhere near Chris Brown. I don't know what context y'all talking about. Notoriety, hot, on fire, socially, street brand wearing. I don't give a fuck what the fuck y'all was talking about. Quavo is never on any level with Chris Brown.
He wears rude better.
I don't give a fuck what he wears.
Moving on. Do you think people ever had this conversation about Usher?
Usher and who?
Usher and Chris Brown.
People have had
we've had that conversation.
But I just feel like people
that's
are like...
a better conversation,
that's
not
what
Michael.
I feel like niggas just skipped like a couple years and just went straight to Michael.
Yeah, like Mike, well, y'all niggas better... Man, listen, but again, I love how Chris, when he spoke on it, he was like, don't even put me...
Leave me alone.
Yeah, like, don't even... No, like, I'm nowhere near Michael Jackson. Like, what are y'all talking about?
I'm trying to understand his basketball comparison, and I think I'm going to try to make one in defense of Chris Brown maybe being better as far as attributes, but not the better player. There's probably people that dribble better than LeBron, shoot better than LeBron.
Probably. Yeah.
Rebound.
Statistically, you can see it.
But when it comes down to it, LeBron is a better scorer. He's a better player. His dribble is not better than people that are under him.
Kyrie Irving.
I'm not even saying different players with each attribute. I think there's probably a straight up player that can dribble, shoot, rebound, everything better than LeBron when you go through each stat the way they broke this down.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not a better player than LeBron James.
Right.
It's not even close. So I think that's what Tank was trying to get at. Like, if you break down each attribute, if this was NBA Live and you're doing creative player, like, Chris would have better stats, but he's not a better player. Like, just look at the discography.
He would have better stats than who?
Than Mike, if you're going
Nobody has better stats than Mike. What are you talking about right now?
I mean, Tank broke it down.
Man, niggas gotta listen, bro. I love Tank, but niggas is tripping.
Drake got more number one hits than him, so
It's true.
And what that mean?
Yo, I'm just saying, you said stats. That's all.
Yeah, but this is a different streaming era. It's different. It's different. And you know that. You know that. Drake can't go on no stage and stand there for 5 minutes and bitches start fainting. That's not happening.
Well, I also think that a lot of that has to, and this is not shade to Michael. Y'all know how I feel about Michael. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Drake is so accessible. I think if Drake wasn't as accessible, I think that might be a different conversation. Accessible. Shut up, Julian.
Sorry.
God damn, you throw in. Accessible. Like, if he was like Michael in that, it's like, yeah, standing in front of Michael is insane because you can't do that anywhere. I go to Turks and see Drake. Houston. You see what I'm saying? Like the same way with Beyonce. The same way
when
with
the last
Beyonce.
time you watched a Michael Jackson performance, like a full performance?
Let me tell you something, baby. I used to go to sleep to Michael Jackson performances.
I'm saying, when was the last time?
Maybe 2 weeks ago. I was getting ready to one.
There's nobody that will ever come close to.
I'm not comparing them at all. What I'm saying is, when you simply off when you said bitches aren't fainting when they see Drake, I think that's because of access. The same way that people might not faint when they see Drake.
No, I'm talking about on stage. I'm not talking about.
I'm aware.
No artist can just go on stage and stand there for 5 minutes and not say a single word and have people screaming to the top of their lungs and fainting. Nobody.
Beyonce might give you a run for your money on that.
Fuck screaming. She made a whole stadium get quiet. To me, that's tougher. I forgot what comedian it was. Said, yeah, can you make them laugh, but can you make them be quiet? That's when you're really talented at your craft. When you get everybody to stop what the fuck they're doing and just listen.
And then the people that were screaming during the mute challenge,
that ain't hard.
Other fans were swinging on them.
That ain't hard to do to get everybody to shout.
Talking about on this level.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. But Beyonce is one of those ones too that we put.
I think it was George Carlin
close to that.
But I also think that one of the reasons for that is the allure, the lack of access that you have to Beyonce. I think that is why.
Yeah, that adds to it. One of Mike's biggest attributes was his mystique, his aura. Exactly. Like that was one of his biggest attributes. But I mean, with that comes you have to be a big star as well, though, to have that mystique around you. So, and
not to make it a Drake thing, I do think we need to give him credit for adapting to the times. Like he could have done the mystique thing, but that's not what's going on. I think Weeknd might be the only artist I can really think of. Frank too, in the modern era that like.
What about Frank?
Sort of held him?
People that just kind of do stay off in the cut
and are still
don't do anything.
A pop star. It's tough.
Yeah, but we can't just be throwing Frank Ocean name in the fucking hat. He ain't as big as none of these other artists we naming.
Headlining Coachella.
He's
canceled it, but
y'all be making me sound like a hater on here. And I don't care about none of these niggas enough to be a hater.
You ain't about to fight with me about Chris Rock not being A-list and then throw Frank Ocean in the conversation with Beyonce.
No, I'm with y'all. Frank is not in that conversation.
I'm not
even
saying
though I prefer Frank
Beyonce
over the Weeknd.
I'm saying he's a big artist that uses that mystique successfully. Him and the Weeknd do a good job of that.
To be honest, I don't know if Frank is.
I don't think he's
super
their level,
consistent and around. I don't know if that Coachella moment even makes sense to have him headline. Him headlining was the mystique we haven't seen Frank. And I'm not discrediting Frank's music, but that was the whole why Coachella was like, we need Frank to headline. Holy shit, Frank Ocean is back. That was the mystique of the whole thing. But no, he's not in the same category even as Weeknd if we're talking.
No,
I mean, I prefer his music over Weeknd's, but no, I'm not putting Frank. It was just the mystique part. Weeknd has done an amazing job of any pop star in this era to have the mystique shit and still.
But he's still present. Like it is. He's like hidden, but he's always doing something.
Even Beyonce had to adapt.
Yeah.
Like most of her last however many tours from On the Run 1 is all like family footage. She has become super active on Instagram. Even Beyonce had to do it.
Listen, man.
So I can't discredit Drake for that when literally every pop star besides The Weeknd has had to just be forward facing all the time. Taylor Swift is being shocked by a handoff at a Chiefs game. Every pop star has to be forward facing.
I mean, I'm just saying, whenever Mike went to different countries, they had the military escort that nigga.
They do that with Beyonce.
Military?
Hell yeah.
Where Beyonce got a military escort at? I've never seen
here. Giant Stadium.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Think they let Beyonce just no? They get the National Guard.
I did say that she's probably one of the closest ones, but the military dog when you land, you know what it costs to have the military like the military. Like Mike that nigga was not real, man. That's why I love Tank. But saying that Chris Brown...
He was wilding a little bit. It's okay to say our niggas
I get
wilding.
it. Yo, listen, I get it, man. And I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown's one of the most talented artists we've ever had. But Michael Jackson is just a different type of fucking... just leave Mike... Let's stop saying Michael Jackson's name.
Let him rest in peace.
Whenever y'all start talking about talented artists, let's just stop saying Michael Jackson's name.
Yeah.
Nobody compared none of these people to Michael Jackson. Let these people be great on their own and in their own space. Michael Jackson is otherworldly. he's like a planet that is just somewhere in the solar system, and we just will never get there.
Let's start naming their doctors. Let's start naming Mike's doctor, Prince's doctor, Kanye's doctor.
They're therapists? None of them
No,
niggas
they're
with
doctors.
therapy.
They're physicians.
Oh, okay.
The people that killed them.
I know you guys don't want to talk about that Kanye West, Chris Brown shit, but it going viral was hilarious to me. Kanye West being in One Oak screaming at people to download Tidal and that he doesn't like fingers in his ass was quite possibly one of the funniest retail stories I've ever heard. Chris Brown was on Tank's podcast talking about when he was at One Oak and Kanye took the mic from Yo Gotti doing Down in the DM because that's all they wanted to hear at One Oak. They did not care about downloading Tidal for $12.99.
I mean, but you know,
And then
Kanye
ending
had-
with the rant with like, yo, I don't, like, just to let you know, I don't like fingers in my ass.
Just to let
I
you
know y'all wondering.
Yeah, just to let you know, it's probably on your
You think he was
mind.
off the gas, the laughing gas?
Not at that
He wasn't
time.
laughing.
That nigga was dead
He
ass.
was dead serious. He had a message to get out.
What if that was the night Chanel
Kicking
West
knowledge
Coast
in
couldn't
One
get in
Oak
the
is
club?
crazy though.
That's kind of hard.
Kicking knowledge in One Oak?
Just like take the mic, like you just
Nobody wanna hear
disrupt
that
the
shit,
entire
man.
club. You just don't give a fuck about anybody.
That's such a selfish.
it's the
We're
most
not
selfish.
We're not at one of your shows, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
like get the fuck out of here.
I get it. One Oak has a lot of people in VIP that don't wait in line, but there are a lot of like people that wait all week to just go to One Oak,
I'm gonna tell you like this.
spend a lot of money, wait in line, get there. They just want to party with their friends. They are just living a 9-to-5 life, and this is something they look forward to.
Just imagine being fucked up and like seeing Kanye with a mic and being like, oh shit, Kanye. And then it's,
Hype. Like,
it's
yo.
45 minutes of nothing.
I would tap Maul. Like, do you think he'll do Can't Tell Me Nothing? No.
I'm gonna tell you like this. He did that at the right club. Because if he did that at one of them hood spots, it would have been all kind of Hennessy bottles thrown at Kanye that night. Niggas don't like, get the fuck off the mic. No, you ain't here to hear that shit.
Niggas stop trying to make up stories. Am I right there? Am I about to make a policy? Everything never stick a fingers in my ass. I don't put it like this.
I just
Why are they
paid.
cheering? Why are they cheering?
I just paid $350 for a bottle that cost $20.
Yeah.
Turn some music on.
Nah.
Yo.
I'm gonna let y'all know I don't
That
like
Or are you
fingers in my
capping
ass.
though? Because if you were there at that moment, you would be sitting there like that was the greatest shit ever.
For the first 5, I'll even say 10 minutes. That's a long time. 10
Yeah.
minutes is a long fucking
Very
time.
long time.
That first 10 minutes, yes.
10
you
minutes
would,
in the club,
you would have
somebody ranting
Stan
is
Rory
fucking
going
wild.
like, yo, this is wild. And like after this, we're gonna party with Kanye and be like, yo, let's just fuck with Tidal. But put some music on.
I don't know, man.
I'm at
Because
the club.
I've seen Kanye do this at a show, like at one of his shows,
That's
a live
different.
show.
All
and
his
it was like even at the show, knowing it's his thing, it was like, oh my god, next, just play the fucking song.
Yeah.
Like this, I wouldn't even expect him to be performing. I'd just be like, what is happening? Can we not just end this shit?
He could have never did that in Dykeman.
Yo, imagine you was like whispering sweet nothings into this one bitch. You've been working on her all night. You've been working on her all night. DJ about to play some shit for you. It's right around that time. You should try to head out of there early so that the paparazzi don't catch you.
do
And
one
this
better.
nigga get on stage.
I'll do you one better. You already caught a dub.
Oh,
You got rhythm going.
Oh,
And the music cut real quick. It's cool. I got to get myself together. Maybe
Mhm.
grab her a drink. Now I'm yelling over Kanye, whispering in her ear, like, yo, you want to leave?
Bricked up, dropping $70 for 2 shitty
That's just the park.
tequila and sodas.
Like,
You got
There-
Kanye just yapping.
There's
That
one.
was-
Do you guys have any of those events you were about to go to but didn't go to and have like real FOMO after?
yeah.
Like one of those lists?
Oh yeah, there's a
Mhm.
few
A
few
few.
times. Yeah.
The Pusha T listening party when Kanye went on his loose off the Grey Goose rant.
I'm a little off the goose right now.
I was leaving Universal, but I'm like, I should go down. And you know what? I'm just gonna go home. I'm not gonna do that. That next morning, I was like, wait, I could have stood on a regular first floor with Kanye while he screamed, I'm loose off the goose right now.
mm-hmm.
I'm a little mother. I don't want that down off that goose right now.
The fact I missed
fucking
it,
rant.
I regretted it for weeks.
Niggas be going through it, man.
Off the goose.
Niggas be
Whoo.
going through it, man.
You heard the crowd? Ooh.
Ooh.
He didn't say a word.
Yo, people are so stupid. man.
Rory, what liquor got you the loosest?
Yo,
Pause,
yo.
pause.
Yikes.
Yo.
Pause. What liquor got you the
Listen
loosest?
to our August
Poppers.
Faustina conversation. Probably Jose Cuervo.
Oh.
Ugh.
when I was like a teenager.
Ooh.
It took me a really long time to even drink tequila again. I'm talking like not until I was in my late 20s that I could even smell tequila.
I got a question for you guys. Maul, I don't pray you probably haven't. Maybe does weed do this? Weed does this for me. When's the last time you guys had the spins?
Oh, when you sitting there and then your ceiling look like a ceiling fan, but it ain't no ceiling fan.
It's just a countdown until you throw up. It's really.
So you're literally grabbing your floor.
Yeah.
Alcohol only does that to me.
Only alcohol.
Weed has done that to me.
Weed's never done.
I took a gummy once, and that shit. I felt like someone dug a hole and buried me like 6 feet under the ground, and then the world was just rotating. It was the worst experience.
That was weed that did that?
It was a Sour Patch Kid weed gummy. Fucked me up.
Was you drinking too though?
No. It was just during the pandemic. I was hanging with this girl that I was seeing, and she's like 90 pounds soaking wet, and she's popping these fucking like gummies and just all this weed and shit. And I was like, man, I like Sour Patch Kids. I'll try one.
Yeah.
Put me in a coma.
Really?
I was cooked for like 2 days.
Yeah, alcohol is the only thing that makes shit spin.
Yeah, alcohol makes some shit.
That because I smoked a lot of weed in high school, and I stopped in college because we got drug testing. And then once I left, I was like, oh, let me try this weed thing again. And I was doing it with alcohol. You know those alien spaceships at amusement parks?
Mm-hmm.
That was me for like a week trying to get back on weed. I was literally on my floor.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
It bugs me out that weed does that to people. Like
it's the mixture, not just weed.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I would
alcohol.
never smoke and drink. That I'm not doing. Nah. If I'm
you
smoking,
gotta smoke, drink, and do Molly. Well, you gotta do Molly, then drink, and then smoke to bring
who's
yourself
doing
down.
that?
I've never
Me
understood
when I was
that.
18.
The people are like, we got crossfaded. You got to find the perfect balance. I was like, but isn't
man,
just do the one drug. Which one do you want?
Like just I don't know.
It's
Just
like doing coke and taking Xanax. Like, which one do you want?
Oh
Yeah, no,
God,
What is that?
I hate people who do
What
that.
the fuck is that? I don't get that.
They
I used to do uppers.
you could have just had a drink.
yeah, I'm not that. I never understood drinking, smoking, popping pills.
Don't do that. You was three bean gang yesterday. That's a downer with an upper.
Oh yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
It is.
No.
Yeah,
stop.
it is.
It's a downer with an upper.
Espresso? All right. I had a fucking espresso martini.
You had
Alcohol's
one.
a downer.
You had one, Popeye?
Drop a comment if that's crazy. What the fuck are we talking about here? Like that's not a thing.
Not the same thing.
Like
Not
if you
the
don't
same.
think it's
I'm talking
crazy,
about Coke
retweet.
and
if you-
Xanax.
Well, how many did you have, Julian?
2.
I don't know.
To feel
And
like
then
you
I went
on.
home.
See, that
He
would
would
make
need
me
to have
sick.
15 of those
And
to
then I
feel like he's
left
on
the
coke and
dinner,
Xanax.
went to Pergola for 5 seconds, and then went to bed.
First of all, Rory, you used to be on Hennessy and Red Bull. Same thing.
That's crazy.
Listen, man.
Nah,
I
tequila
remember-
and Celsius will have you fucked up. Please, nobody try
I
that.
remember the last time I had a vodka Red Bull. It was at some shitty club. I think it was in Chicago. As I took a sip of it, I said, "This is the last time I remember ordering this drink." It was those things are awful.
People
Yo,
just be
alcohol
drinking
is
anything.
awful.
Well,
When I got to Henny and Red Bull, I used to be like, yo, I cannot believe I used to drink cranberry and vodka. Like, that's insane. I'm on this Henny and Red Bull now.
Look at you.
Now
thinking
I'm
you
looking
evolved.
like, all right, no, I just drink Casamigos straight. Like, Henny and Red Bulls. One day I'm gonna be like, yo, you were drinking just straight up poison with ice.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
Uncut.
Yeah, nah, cold poison is
Especially if you're trying to like lose weight.
cold poison.
Just straight tequila, because tequila doesn't have a lot
Don't
of calories. You do
listen to
tequila and you just
to the
do
world.
soda water.
Mm.
You saying tequila soda for what? Sickness?
No, to like
No, to lose weight.
That's the new Ozempic.
That's an awful diet. Wait, so there's no food? You're
No,
just
I-
That's the
No,
highlight room diet.
Yeah, no, you drink one of those
No,
every morning.
Coke. You
Yeah.
have to rim this,
Yeah,
like you have
fill-
to salt the rim with Coke if it's gonna be a highlight
Do
room
people
diet.
do that?
No.
fill your lungs with hookah smoke.
You couldn't see people doing that at like certain parties?
You ever
I never
do
even thought about that.
What?
Put instead of like salt around the rim, you would put Coke.
What
Who
bar
was
would just
doing that?
I
readily
don't know.
have a dipping tray for Coke? Cigarettes, it's called a snowball when you dip the filter in Coke.
I thought it was a woo woo. I thought that was called woo
You a
woo.
woo banger. You can call it whatever. I mean, either. Doesn't matter.
When I was a kid, Wu Banger was weed and Coke in the same blunt.
Same shit.
I just never had the desire to do any of that shit.
Well, the cigarette one's kind of nice because if it wasn't, it would like numb your gum. It was like kind of had a mentholy effect, except obviously far more powerful. But
When I was a kid, everyone put dust in cigarettes. That was the thing.
Oof.
that sounds awful.
I
Just
never
tell me
had-
what people did, man.
I know. I just never had that desire. It was never one of my desires.
Just smoke dust.
Never. No type of drug.
I don't
Weed,
judge anyone
that's it.
that did it, but I mean,
I'm judging you.
okay.
If you tell me you smoke dust, I'm judging you.
Dust could use a rebrand.
If you go
'cause-
through the amount of people that admitted to smoking dust, though, like Snoop's talked about it.
and
Beanie-
he purposely
Beanie Siegel
smoked it on
has
purpose.
one of my favorite verses off that
Yeah,
bombing fluid.
I'm judging all of them niggas.
Beans looked like he was on dust at one point.
Ooh.
Imagine getting punched by Beans when he's on dust. That'd be the scariest human being on earth.
Why? Why getting punched? Why would that be the scariest thing?
You know how we talked about Jackass however many episodes ago and how annoying that crew was of like cutting people's hair off camera? Watching that Rock the Mic tour, just being backstage in the fear of Beans just giving you a rib punch, like that whole tour, I'd be paranoid.
Oh, you're talking about what was that?
Hard Knock Life.
Hard Knock Life.
Not Rock the Mic.
Yeah, I was like Rock the Mic. Mm-hmm.
Beans was just running around backstage, just giving people rib punches.
I mean, you know, that's part of being on tour. You gotta play
No.
fight. You gotta play
As a
fight.
Beans,
man, you should be able
Beans,
to take
you're
that.
strong and can fight. Don't punch me in the ribs, please.
Yeah, nah, fuck it. Why not? Take this rib shot.
No.
So over this weekend, there was a little bit of rigmarole that was going on Twitter between two of the women that are in this podcasting sphere. Between Mandy made some comments on Mel's podcasting abilities. I know you guys don't care to get involved in women's drama, but it did beg the question I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think it's fair that podcasters can critique other podcasters? Do you think that they should be able to do that, being that they both have public platforms and that that's technically what they signed up for? Or do you think that all of us in media, not just podcasting, should keep our comments to ourselves?
All we do is critique other people. Now we're just floating above everyone. We're not able to be critiqued. It's insane. There was a time that finally got exposed when all like the media blogs, like all those guys had a pact where they would expose everyone else, put all the mess on all their Instagrams and blogs, but they had a pact that if anything came amongst each other, they would not post it. And to me, that was the weakest shit ever. Like, I get it, cool. You don't want your nasty business out there, but you do it to everyone else. So no one is above any of the shit. Yeah, we're allowed to be critiqued. Yes, we know what it's like for fans to falsely and negatively critique us, but that doesn't mean that other podcasts, we're all messy bitches at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what this genre is. Like, let's just call it what it is.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Mean Girls for sure.
So yeah, no one's above a critique. You could disagree with a critique and that's fine. Or just ignore it and move on with your life. But to say podcasters, after we critique everybody, cannot be critiqued is the craziest fucking thing. If somebody says, if a podder says, I'm awful at podcasting, all right, cool, that's your opinion. All right, cool. You're allowed to say that.
It's also funny. Like, I don't know. I just find humor in all of this shit. Like, I think all of this shit is funny. I think people are taking themselves way too seriously. I think people take their jobs or their roles way too seriously. Like, at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? We're talking about sitting on the camera in front of a mic, talking shit, having fun. Like, I just don't understand people just getting these, like, you know, like, what was it? Dave Chappelle, one of the comedians said, like, everybody's living their own movie in their head.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoever you are in your movie in your head, I'm not here to argue with that person. Like, I get it. But when it's on display is when I just laugh and I'm just like, everybody is taking themselves way too seriously.
I think
like,
a lot of stuff in the podcast,
we just talk shit. That's it.
The podcast world, I mean, us included, has been personal stuff that has ended up on podcasts. So critiques come from like real rooted personal issues. And I honestly have no idea with Mel and Mandy, but that's where I think most of these things derive from. But if a podcaster just straight up wants to critique a podcaster, cool.
Who cares?
That's what we do here.
Who gives a fuck?
But speaking of to that code that you were talking about earlier between the radio hosts, is there, because you know, if a regular person goes and critiques, let's say me, right? If you're just a normal person, you go and critique me, people say I'm an awful podcaster all the time, whatever. But if a person with a platform that there's 2-3 degrees separation from my platform or 1 degree separation from my platform says that, then it's like people are going to pay attention to it. And it's kind of like you kind of expect it to be made into a bigger thing. So I mean,
like drama. Anything that looks or feels or smells like drama, people run to it.
Yeah.
Even titling clips, they make it seem like it's beef and it's drama. And it's
Of course.
like, people just love drama. People just love when it's somebody's going to curse somebody out or say something crazy about somebody. It's just like,
but to me, that's not a podcast problem. That's a human problem. Like, the news does that.
Humans
Like podcasting didn't invent like clickbait or crazy titles. Like they've been doing that on CNN for decades.
I'm not blaming. I'm just saying people love that type of shit.
For sure. We've been programmed to love it.
Which is why people title things a certain way to make it seem like I've been a victim of that. I read a clip and I'm like, what? Go right to it. I'm like, that ain't what this is, man. Like it ain't no real beef here. Like what the fuck is this? So it's just, I get it. I just laugh at it, man. I'm in that zone in life where I just laugh at shit. I'm gonna get off my lawn guy now. Like
I feel like you might have critiques about other people's podcasts that you don't say.
You don't listen to podcasts
or other media outlets. I won't even just say podcasts. Other media outlets that you might hear, and you too, and you guys kind of keep your thoughts to yourself. You don't say them until.
Listen, I've given love and praise to these other podcast niggas, and I've never listened to none of their shows.
That's a fact.
But you can see how, they're moving successfully. Salute to doing your thing and being happy.
That's just how I am. Salute to whatever it is you got going on.
As long as you're not harming anyone.
Salute. Do your fucking thing. I'm not like, do whatever it is you think you want to do and you good at, do your thing, fam.
And
it's just people just get too caught up in themselves and make everything a personal issue. And why are you so invested in what other people got going on that you would have an issue with? I just don't. A lot of the shit I try to figure out, and I just realize that people just, that's just the type of shit that they like. They're into drama. They're into bullshit. They're into, nitpicking and having an issue all the time. Like, and you just you recognize that, and you understand. Like, okay, it's not personal. It's not me. This is what this person does. They look at anybody and they find something that they can create an issue or have a problem with. And they just maximize that.
And sometimes issues result in views. Always issues result in views.
Well, when you're dealing with somebody like that, I'm going to always lose that game because I'm not creating no issue and no beef for no views. I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. So if it's somebody out there that is doing that and I'm on the other end, you won because I'm not doing that with you because that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to create a problem or a back and forth with something that's not like worth it or even real. Like, I'm not going to create bullshit just for, this shit might do 100K. Like, what? That's crazy to me. But I understand the environment and the ecosystem that we're in. That's
people got bills to pay.
Pay your bills, man.
And I mean, I guess get it how you live. Guru put on his story a few weeks ago. I'm paraphrasing. I don't have the exact quote, but he was pointing out that the biggest interviews right now are media people interviewing other media people. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing right now. Media itself is now the celebrity of it all. Like the one-on-ones with media and used to be the artist was the thing. We look to media to talk to our favorite artist or our favorite person and conduct an interview where we could hear things that we've always wanted to hear from somebody that we like. Mm-hmm. The biggest views now are media interviewing media, talking about media. Mm-hmm. It's a very weird place that we've gotten to. So I totally get why conflict and back and forth has become the norm. Because we're not talking about the very entertainment that we're in.
No.
We're here to discuss media.
That's because shit ain't that really that entertaining anymore, to be honest.
You said it's not that entertaining?
Shit ain't really, it ain't that much talent that's being centered or that's being entertained. People don't really, when we talk about music shit or try to introduce people to new artists, when people always say that people are uplifting all these shitty artists. When we put attention on good artists, nobody really gives a fuck. People care about drama and lies, like you guys have said before. So the media people, no, they're not going to talk about the talent and the people that are creating the good stuff. No, they're going to get them what's going to get them clicks, because clicks is what gets you paid. And that's why you have media talking to media about media. There's no need to talk about the talent anymore.
I used to love, like, in the early 2000s when like Twitter was going nuts and they used to kill Ebro for not playing real hip hop or what was coming up on the radio. And every time somebody that was quote unquote real hip hop, whether it be Push, Action Bronson, Joey Badass, he would then reply to everyone that was shitting on him for the year and said, now is your time to step up. You guys complain that no one's doing anything for real hip hop. Why don't you show up for these guys? Sales would come in the next week and Ebro's point was proven. Mm-hmm. I'm running a business over here. This is what people want to hear in the masses. you can scream that integrity shit over here. That's not what this business is anymore.
Yeah.
You could love integrity 20 years ago. That's gone. We're in the advertising business right now. And this is what moves units. I'm at my job. This is what we do. You saying I'm not supporting real hip hop? You go support it. Oh, look, none of y'all did. So what the fuck are you yelling at me for? I would love to talk about straight up underground artists all day. This would tank. This would be done. I think we do a great job of balancing where we don't chase bullshit or become those guys that like really make issues out of nothing. But we also do play the game to some extent. We have to. This is a business. I have a child.
So you want to like beef right now?
Hold on, sorry. So Maddie went after Mel.
I said if all the women are beefing, we got to throw Demaris in the mix.
You got the
does Alex even media anymore? Like I just see him on the microphone now. I don't even like. Why is that your name? It should be Alex Microphone.
Alex.
Alex Microphone is fucking hilarious.
Alex Microphone.
Like when's the last time he media?
Yeah, he on media now.
He don't media at all.
Yeah.
Y'all sleeping on Alex like Alex don't own studios. Don't come from
Definitely does.
Me don't.
What?
Me don't.
Wow, that was really fucking bad. Like that was bad.
Too many espresso martinis.
See, look, you're critiquing a media person. Fuck you guys. You're part of the problem.
Yo.
I am a part of the problem. I agree with that.
Oh, we all are definitely a part of the problem. And I do want to make this clear.
Have any podcasters critiqued you guys?
There was one time I think someone, this is the thing, when I say this I really mean it. I don't listen to any of these hip hop I don't care about this like that those pods and shit, but not on a disrespectful tip. Like even Danny, I respect Danny, but I stopped listening to his videos because it's like it's too much. It's too much fodder. But there was at one point, who was it? It was like something Flip said about me, and Imani said something, and then Danny made a video about it, and then he tried to get us to go back and forth, and I was like, I don't. And then Imani was like, what is even happening? This isn't even a thing.
But that's usually the case with the whole thing.
You know what I mean? Like
fan base is going back and forth. Like, yo, I got no issue with it.
But the only time I heard someone say my name was when Imani made like a comment to a video he saw on Danny's channel. And he was like, I don't know where you got this from. I don't feel that way about Julian. I don't even know him. And my response watching the video was like, I don't know him. Like, I'm glad he said this because like this could have been ridiculous. But I never would have responded, but I'm happy he responded the way he did.
They don't say shit about me
because it's ridiculous.
Which is like gonna happen regardless. They're gonna try to make issues for no reason.
You're talking about direct.
The Mandy to Mel shit was interesting. Direct. I mean, I don't want to say I respect it because it's really not that serious, but I mean, somebody was very direct in what they had to say as far as critique. Some things, to your point, when you're saying there's podcasts I dislike, but I don't see the point in running to a microphone to just spread negativity. Like I hate your podcast. Like I just don't listen. I just don't care to say that. I may feel it, but I just don't care to say it.
Yeah, and just don't listen.
It's a weird mentality to have of everything negative that you think needs to be heard by everybody.
When you gotta listen to something you enjoy, that's always my thing. Like I've been off Reddit all year, but every time every time you guys send
second
me
time you've gotten clean.
For real, shit. Coke was easier to kick than bullshit. But it's like every time someone passes me an article, like I see a post, it's like so mean and angry. I'm like, why do you guys spend so much time listening to something you actively hate?
Because people hate themselves.
But like even
take your time, Pastor.
The psychology behind it, yeah, fine. Maybe you just want something to distract yourself from the failures in your life. I guess that may be true. But like, wouldn't you rather fill that time with something you actually enjoy?
I mean,
am I crazy?
They take it to another level. I listen to people that I disagree with because I do like to hear other sides. And I think there is value in a show where you don't like a certain person on that show because there's good banter back and forth. It's good to have someone that you disagree with in the entertainment that you watch. They just take it to another level where they're hate watching.
Yeah.
Like they're listening to just then go comment how much they hate.
Yeah.
I go to listen to stuff of people I disagree with. And sometimes they annoy me in the conversation, but I've never liked Skip Bayless.
I'm not even faulting.
But I watch Skip Bayless non-fucking stop because he has great conversation that I fucking disagree with. He annoys me. Colin Cowherd, I think he's phenomenal at his job. Dislike him, but watch him nonstop.
Yeah, I'm not even faulting hate watch or watching something you dislike. I'm more so talking to the people that then log into an account.
Yes.
Type
when I watch Colin Cowherd, I don't go on Reddit.
Paragraphs about something that you just don't let. Hate, listen in peace, and then just like go about your day. That's always my approach. It's like to feel the effort, to feel so empowered and emboldened enough to make a post about it and just drag this whole thing. It's like, okay, maybe Maul's right.
About what?
Just these people just fucking hate themselves.
They do. You can't tell when somebody got a dirty ass crib.
Yo.
I could tell when people got dirty houses when the way they talk to me online. I'm like, oh, your house stink. I know. You ain't wash your sheets in 3 weeks. I get it. I would be angry too if my bed stink, nigga. Like I would be talking to me the same way.
Pillow just.
I get it. I understand. Yo, you get to a point where you just understand people and why they are wired the way they are. And you don't take it personal.
What's funny is, and to have like a human vulnerable moment, I think like the brokest I've ever been, I was probably like the nicest. Like I didn't have those types.
But
of
you
like,
white. Rory is different when you broke and you white.
That's true.
You know you ain't gonna be broke for long.
You know it's only a matter of time.
My trust fund kicked in at 21.
Being white and being broke is like waiting at the bus stop. You know the bus.
My
is
dad
coming.
was the judge. So.
You know the bus.
You know the bus is coming. It might be late. But it's coming.
You knew that 3% was going to kick in one day.
Yeah, it's coming.
Worst case, I'll kill my mom, get the life insurance money. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Make an album.
Being black and being broke is like being going to the airport with no ticket. You're not getting on no flight. It's not happening. It's not happening.
That was the Magic Johnson LeBron.
I'm just saying it's just not happening. When you black and broke, it's just not. It's not happening. Get the fuck out.
Okay, agreed. I wasn't here to have the race off. Yes, it's different being poor and white and poor and black. I was just saying that I was probably had the least amount of hate in my heart when I was broke as fuck. Like I was focused on just making a better life for myself.
You didn't have anything.
Once I got a little more comfortable, I had the leisure to look at things and go, ugh.
Yeah. You can frown at things now. Like, you do that?
Ugh.
That's what y'all be doing? Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Peasants.
So that's why I don't really fully understand the, like, if people are in bad situations, they just take it out on people on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy
I did that when I was comfortable.
But it's easy to be in an uncomfortable living space and have a lot of bad shit going on in your home and relationships, work, whatever, and picking up your phone and just seeing somebody say something online and just get into it with them. That's the easiest thing in the world.
When I open up my drawer with silverware and has the soy sauce packets and roaches run everywhere, the least thing I'm thinking of is Reddit.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. I get it.
No,
but that's why
I'm not here to hate. I'm sitting here like, I need to fuck out of here.
But that's why you are successful. Because you've always had that mentality. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You wasn't hating, you wasn't paying attention to what somebody else had going on. You focused on yourself. You figured out a way. You figured out a plan. You figured out what you like, your passions.
I was sitting there like,
how'd they do that? Effectively work towards that shit. A lot of these niggas,
they do that.
I just know these people aren't having sex. Like, I really look. No, there's no way. There's no way that you're having sex with like humans and you're doing all this online. Like when. For example, there's a bunch like men will go online and give me a compliment, and there will always be 50 men that have to comment and say, "She's never gonna fuck you. She's a 4 in a warehouse," and they do all that shit. And it's like, yo, men,
she's a what?
They drag it. They say I'm a 4 in a warehouse setting. So like even within the realm of the most basic bitches, I'm still a basic bitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4 in a warehouse. It's a saying.
Okay.
But my thing is always like men who like actually date these women that they put on so high of a pedestal are not online critiquing women. Like. Women and their looks. You want to critique what I say, that's fine. But you're on here, whenever somebody compliments me, you're commenting and talking shit about my compliment. That's weird. That lets me let you fuck squirrels. Like, you're not fucking human women.
Fucking a squirrel is wild. How you catch that?
That's impressive.
Trying to catch a squirrel?
Why are you on Reddit?
Who the fuck can catch a squirrel?
They need to put you in the circus.
Like catching a squirrel?
You have a career here.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Like, it's I don't know. It's just you have to always take account of who the critique is coming from.
Okay, but let me give them some bail because I feel like in the entertainment world, men are super gossipy and they fuck a lot of bitches and still act that way. I just think men are a word we can't say. Thanks, Beach.
Oh.
It's the way the camera just switched immediately.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a circumstance thing. I think it's a person thing.
Yeah. Because then
money doesn't change you. It makes you more of who you already are, which is
Because
obviously it's in my quote.
And you saying they don't get bitches and fuck squirrels is no better than them calling you a warehouse for. Like you're doing the same thing they do.
I'm attacking the people that already attacked me. When I'm sitting here minding my business and somebody gives me a compliment and you feel the need to go underneath the compliment and say, "Nah, that bitch trash." Those are not normal people.
But like, who gives
do you
a
do
shit?
that?
No, I just don't care. I really
It's
just
not
don't
about
care.
but it's not about caring. We're talking about people who give critiques and the type of people that they are. It's
Yeah,
not
but
about
I'm saying
caring.
that you by in turn just going back and insulting them at the same level is no better than what they did to you in the first place.
He didn't eat.
But
No, like them calling you a four and then
get
you
what
saying
Michelle
you fuck
Obama
squirrels,
said, but
like that's the same
you
thing.
gotta go to hell. Sometimes you don't go high. I mean, ignore the internet, but
Ignore the internet, yeah. But if you
to your original point, podcasters are not really saying how they feel about other podcasts.
No.
Myself included,
They're
because
not.
For what? I'm just gonna get on this mic and be like, yo, I think your shit's trash now. Yo, you falling off. I don't care.
I only listen to comedy podcasts.
That goes back to my original point. I don't care enough about what none of these niggas is doing to ever critique them and be like, oh, this nigga's trash.
Nor do I want to see anyone fail.
Like I may have did that at one point. Today, now, I don't care what none of y'all are doing. Do whatever you want to do. Be great. Have fun. Good luck. That's all I got.
Just be demure.
Be what?
Demure.
Like the person? Like, what does that person do?
You guys haven't heard of it? All right, well,
Demure handles this the best
I want
way?
to ask them a question before we get into the top. This is the word of the summer. You thought Not Like Us was big.
That's technically a sentence.
It's not a song. It's just demure. But I was going to ask you guys, if you were to, when you hear the word demure, how would you define it?
I know a couple Demaris.
Okay, a name.
Demure?
I'm looking at one.
Is demure Creole for Demaris?
When you hear the word demure,
is like it's like classy, right? Classy.
Did Mariah Carey use it in her writing?
In the right.
I'm sure she used demure.
Classy, mindful.
Hey, okay, TikTok.
Cutesy.
Like very like
cutesy. Said that shit with your chest.
Cutesy.
You did good on your regional.
Demure is like dainty. It's supposed to be like dainty, feminine, soft, put together.
Yeah. Modest, shy. It's typically a term used for women. But anyway, this is the original video that now has well over 20 million views and has changed this woman's life. Soon to be a man, by the way. But we can play. This is the original video.
You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very mindful. You see my shirt? Only a little chichi out, not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you.
Facts.
Here's your reality check,
Professional
Diva.
Excel.
What's the name you'd like me to make it out to?
Okay, this finally summed up what I've been trying to say. These teachers need to be more demure. I was looking for I couldn't explain myself. Finally, I found it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
these teachers not demurring enough.
Yeah, but if you're
Stop saying it like my name.
Demuring.
Demure.
But if you're curvy,
the mirror,
no matter what you're wearing, you're gonna see curves.
She just said she didn't have the hoochas, only the tatas out.
Yeah, very, very little cleavage showing. Very little.
She was drinking matas with tata going to the interview.
But if you have curves, no matter what you're wearing, you're gonna see the curves.
Well, demure them shits.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even if you put on the right thing, it's still gonna show like, oh, she has a nice. You can tell she has a nice shape.
So this is really like a thing?
It's
Everyone's
like
using this word?
The biggest thing, yeah.
Is this the new Fleek?
Oh, yeah.
Way bigger.
It's not way bigger than Fleek.
Yes, it
no,
is.
it's not.
Fleek was added to the
Right
dictionary.
now?
Wasn't this already in the dictionary?
Yes.
Yeah, but she ate.
Okay, she did, but it's not bigger than Fleek. Nothing is bigger than on
No,
Fleek.
Shorty got in her car and just described her eyebrows as a word we never heard, and then it went in Webster.
Who is we?
You had heard Fleek before that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Demure. No, I had never heard on Fleek before. That was,
I was
she
about
changed.
to say.
She changed
That's a
the
different
internet.
type of hipster if you think you heard Fleek before. That woman went and said,
Oh,
"Yo,
I've
my
been on Fleek.
eyebrows
Like,
on Fleek."
You guys just hearing that? Oh my God.
LeBron posted a video about Demure. It's not just women.
Well, LeBron came up with it, right?
He's going to trademark it.
Yeah.
LeBron was the first demure nigga in history. Remember when he got up from that press conference and grabbed his bag?
You know,
he's from Demure, Ohio.
Demure
I believe.
mean
That was very
sassy.
demure.
That doesn't mean sassy.
No, it was mindful. The way he walked, he
Cute.
grabbed his bag. He made sure his bag didn't hit nobody on the walkout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very mindful, very, you know what I'm saying? Classy. Yeah, Braun.
Is this the same? You're saying she's transitioning?
I don't.
Is this the same one that goes on those like weirdo podcasts where it's like a bunch of feminine men that scream at women that are 20 years old?
I think you're confusing her with someone else. I know
No,
who
you're talking.
about.
I know who you're talking about. That's not
Okay.
her. That's funny that you know about her though. I can't think of her name, but that's funny that you know about her.
I mean,
But
those
no.
clips went super viral.
Yeah, no, that's not her. She do be eating them up, but that's not her. It's just a TikTok. A TikTok. The sound went super viral. It's very interesting to me to watch people like jump on this trend and use it for advertising. Like literally, I just was on Facebook and I saw a Dunkin' Donuts ad of just a plain glazed donut that said "Very Demure," and that was just the advertising. And I love when companies can keep up with stuff like that, like so immediate. I think that that's so smart. And yeah.
If we make my mall diss a sound on TikTok, would you redo the verse?
That's not how that works.
How's it work?
Do you think someone's gonna recite your entire diss to Maul?
No,
on
just
TikTok?
the beginning coffee pot part. And like Demaris could set it off. Yeah, like imagine anyone walking into whatever they're about to do and saying that with my sound.
That viral.
I'm trying to
weatherman.
market right now.
The viral weatherman is fun.
Calm before the storm, right here.
That would actually. Oh, you're marketing.
That'd be tight.
Yeah. You told me to do it. Me doing it is not like the same. You got to use it in
No,
a
it would be
different
my voice,
aspect.
and you're doing. Isn't that how sounds work? You take someone else's sound and then you like
Yes.
mime it.
But
Oh, her name is Jules LeBron. I was like, where the fuck's a video of LeBron doing this shit?
Wait, that's how LeBron got added into this?
I thought
just misinformation.
Wait, I never knew her name. She said this changed her life. This is cool. I mean, this is like a crazy scenario. This video
Is it that cool?
Well, it is now. It's over 30 million views. I mean, she's saying now she can fund her transition surgery after this viral trend. I'm sure that's alleviated a lot of stress from her life.
Great.
From LeBron's life.
Maul,
We got
She had a
voicemails,
goal,
dog.
man.
I can't even laugh.
No, I think it's great that she met her goal.
Me too, but I'm just laughing at it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel about August Alsina before we get out of here?
Yeah.
What happened with
Can we
August
get
now,
the
man?
voicemails, please, Jesus?
What happened with August Alsina?
He's fluent.
Fluent.
In what? French?
Rory said fluent.
What is he
Oh,
fluent?
fluid.
Oh,
Jesus.
he's fluid.
Hey, he's like, well, Bruce Lee said, he's water.
Oh my Lord.
What do you mean he's fluid though? Like his like gender?
His sexuality.
He loves a man.
We knew that already.
Oh, we did?
We knew he was gay. Yeah.
He did come out and say that he came out and said that he was gay. I think we might have.
He's come out and said a lot of shit. So like, because I missed the gay one, he crucified himself and then fucked Jada. Sorry, I missed the gay memo.
Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember Empire when Meatball Sandwich Dude came out and sung the song and he changed the lyrics? Like this the type of song that make a man love a man, and like
Who said that?
Meatball Sub, Jussie.
Juicy Somalia.
Yes, and it was the song.
Yo, calling him Meatball Sub. I was trying to think of like a fat person. Like, who's Meatball
I
Sub?
could not think. I'm not being disrespectful to.
Was it
Jussie.
ever confirmed which type of sub he had?
It was Meatball.
It was
No.
Meatball?
He said he went to get a salad.
No.
I studied the case.
From Subway?
Yes. God, I'm not making this up. It's not like a joke. I swear to. He said he went to go get a salad.
No.
I studied the case. Is the funniest shit.
Rory, but you can't read, so you might have read sandwich and thought it was salad.
No, I listened to him
saw the
say.
S?
I called him. I was like, "Do you want something? I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
salad because nothing was open."
This guy had a sandwich in his hand every time. Yeah. It's always been sandwich.
It was never a salad.
It was never a salad.
I'm telling you guys, he said he was going to get a salad. If he left with a sandwich, he lied a couple times. I'm just telling you. In an interview, he said he was going to Subway to get a salad.
Well, if they were out of salad.
And he got a meatball sub.
You
instead.
Oh my God. I remember the fucking internet killed me when I spoke out about that shit.
I mean,
You said it was bullshit from the jump, right?
The first time I heard the story, I knew it was bullshit. Like, are you kidding me?
I was so scared to like say anything that first day.
I'm like, bro, you
Well, I was
got
like,
jumped.
this doesn't even make sense.
You got jumped hit with bleach and the sandwich made it home? Stop the bullshit, man. Cut the
My
shit.
sandwich would have made it home. I ain't gonna
Your
lie.
sandwich, if you get jumped and get hit with bottles of bleach, your sandwich ain't making it home. It's not happening. You ain't that hungry.
Try me. Jump me when I walk outside.
Jump you gonna be like, where my sandwich at? That shit over there.
I've been jumped before, and after they left, I went to gather my things.
Yeah. I went to gather my things.
You went to gather your phone.
Try to find your phone.
You went to get your phone. You went to get whatever. If your sandwich hit the floor, you're not picking that sandwich up and taking it home.
I did not have a cell phone.
Yeah, here's the quote. So it was always a sandwich. He comes back and gets attacked in a hate crime, supposedly a hate crime. During the scuffle, they pour bleach on him, and all the while, he goes back into his apartment building with the sandwich in his hand. That doesn't happen.
It does not happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and they killed me for saying, I'm like, bro, this is not real. Cut this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna off mic. We're gonna rewatch the Gayle King shit.
The sandwich wasn't like dented or like ripped
But I got
open
jumped and a noose around my neck and bleach poured on me. But the sandwich is fine.
If it was a sandwich from like maybe the deli, but I'm not going that hard over a Subway sandwich. That's crazy. I would have dropped it.
The police, the quote from the former Chicago police superintendent said the sandwich was a big part in realizing that this whole thing was bull.
Duh. Anybody with a fucking brain knows that. Like, what are you talking? Like, this sandwich is fine, but you got a noose around your neck. The fuck? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, cut the shit, man.
Not that I believe police, but going through that documentary when they interviewed one of the cops, he basically was like, we walked in and was like, nah.
It's not. Stop wasting my fucking time.
No.
Also, it's sick that he left the noose on his neck.
This is what
he had to show the cops for evidence, man.
Yeah. Leave with the evidence around your neck. Walk home.
That's an insane. You walk around your own apartment with a noose on your neck.
Why doesn't he get the Innovator Award from Hollywood Unlocked? He was resilient.
Innovator or perseverance?
Did he eat the sub?
He was eating while the cops was interviewing him.
Oh, well, I mean, he was hungry.
You know, after you get your ass beat,
that's a great Subway ad.
You know, after you get your ass
survive
beat,
a hate crime and all you're craving is meatballs.
If you got your ass beat, you hungry. You ever got whooped by your mom and you
my
crying?
God.
That dinner be fire that night, right?
That spaghetti on the stove?
What? That should be fire.
After that whole Jared shit, the best marketing would just to be hired Jussie as the face of Subway.
Oh, yeah.
I would start going just off GP. If you were watching your TV and Jussie showed up and was like, yo, Subway.
I ain't gonna lie. Eating Subways living in New York is just crazy to me.
Crazy.
I don't understand.
Absolute.
I don't even get how it is
I don't
here.
understand how it survives New York City. Like, that is the craziest shit in the world to me. We got the best delis, the best fucking bodegas that make sense, and Subway is thriving.
Well, you have a lot of people in New York who are not from New York and they're used to shitty sandwiches. So Subway.
Yeah, but if you're in New York now, let me assure you that you can get some of the best sandwiches. Stop eating Subway.
Subway just, in terms of like the public zeitgeist, Subway has just had some shitty luck between Jussie and Jared. They can't catch a fucking break.
Yeah.
Still in business.
They put the house on a pedophile.
House.
And they're still thriving.
House money.
They put the whole
Still
company
thriving.
on that man.
Still thriving. Find out how much Subway made last year. Or this year so far. Still thriving.
Mind you, they still advertising them $5 footlongs. That's $10. I just don't.
You saw they did like a $5 cookie. I mean, a 5 foot long cookie.
I will say that the Subway cookies, the Subway cookies
are great.
Different. The raspberry cheesecake, the white chocolate macadamia nut, the oatmeal raisin, crazy. Some of the best cookies I've ever had were from Subway. Insane.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ. In 2022, they grossed $9.18 billion.
That's fucking crazy.
Look up what Blimpies grossed. Who played the game right, was 10 toes, integrity, did everything
morals,
right. Blimpies.
Let you pour your own oil and vinegar on the sandwich.
Do Quiznos still exist?
Quiznos.
That's a good question.
You guys never saw this when Subway was pushing the foot-long cookie?
Oh, I would buy that.
That does kind of look fire. Because imagine if you make it, you cut it in half and you get ice cream and you make it a ice cream sandwich.
Don't even cut it in half. Use it and create a banana split in the boat of the cookie in the groove. This real big back shit.
Y'all some big back niggas. This real
big back shit, baby.
You niggas broke down 2 different fucking desserts.
I can't eat dairy. I told y'all it wasn't me. It was the pizza. Rory had to shit up his back too.
Yeah, it did happen.
Oh, really? I had a couple.
I had a rough Friday because
okay.
of that pizza.
Actually, no.
You had a rough Friday. You said that you didn't tell us a story about a gay guy hitting on you.
Yo, Ma.
He didn't tell us the story.
That wasn't on
It's
Friday.
another story he ain't tell y'all as well.
So Thursday, I'm walking from the building to the train to come down here.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy starts walking alongside me. And there's a lot of crackheads in that area. So it's not weird for just some guy to start walking.
He just threw a dollar on the ground behind you. Like, here you go.
No, listen, I keep my money. Prayers to everybody involved.
I get it.
And he said, yo, can I take you out? Like I can hear him because I don't keep my noise cancellations on in the city.
Mhm.
I got to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
He said, yo, can I take you out? Straight up.
Got right to it.
And I looked and I laughed and I just kept walking and he was persistent. And I'm a fast walker.
Mm-hmm.
He kept up with the pace and was like, maybe another time, like you're just not free today. Like, can I take you to dinner? I'm like, no, man, leave me the fuck alone.
Were you smiling like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he was attractive. Like he wasn't like a slouch. I was actually kind of like,
Okay.
felt a little all right about
You
myself.
get him, you
Like,
get
I
him.
felt like I was a little bummy too. I was like, oh, this is just like me and my
Not
regular.
in laundry day.
Yeah, like.
Not
you know, I still-
sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on.
Look at them all.
So
He was bad.
he's very persistent. While I'm now just looking at my phone and walking like, all right, what's up? We had a light. That's
this-
how long.
And this
then-
nigga was blushing, man. Like,
Yeah, sometimes
he
you're-
was blushing.
sometimes you need to like hear that you're pretty.
Rory
From a
applied
man?
chapstick.
I mean, they say when gays compliment you, that's like the real compliment.
It is
If a
high
gay-
praise.
yeah.
Who said that?
A lot of people, if a gay man compliments you as a man, like you know you fine.
That is a
Man.
thing.
No.
Maul.
Man,
By the
check
way-
this out.
Maul mad ain't no
By the
gays
way-
hitting on him.
You never get.
I'm mad because a nigga ain't hitting on me. Demaris, shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
You're not a baddie.
It gets better because like once he was persistent, I was like, nah. He started joking, like, and he was pretty funny.
He rizzed you.
Like I was like, all right, man, maybe we just do lunch. And I was like, nah, I'm about like, please leave me alone. And he goes, it's because I'm black, right? And I said, yeah. And then he walked into City MD.
No, you ain't telling him. No, he dapped you up in the other story you told us.
You dapped him up.
It was a hug.
It was like a dap.
We exchanged numbers.
He
I gotta see his results.
Well, I was gonna say you got to get a screen panel. If he's
Yeah.
clean, then yeah.
Because nobody walks into that City MD for real
Yeah.
health.
You might catch
That's for
something.
STDs and STDs
You
only.
might catch something walking in that City MD. Touch the doorknob, you got it now.
But you guys laughed at me on Thursday. Like I felt good about myself that this attractive.
Nah, but I ain't
gay
know,
man, he looked like he had a lot going on for himself. He was young too, definitely younger than me. Like
I didn't know you
a
was,
nice 25-year-old gay man.
You really pulling him.
Damn, you tried a twink tried to scoop you.
Yeah.
but I ain't know you ain't
Nah,
like
he scooped.
you didn't shut him down though.
No, I said no from the beginning. He
You ain't shut him
just
down.
started to
though.
talk me into it.
Yeah, yeah, but you didn't once say I'm not gay.
If that walk was longer, he might have got him.
All I kept saying was no in the real story.
Yeah, but why you didn't just say I'm not gay?
He was too persistent.
Hold on.
That
what
wouldn't
did
have stopped him.
look like?
He was
would've-
persistent because he thought you was gay.
Did he have locks?
If he was straight, he was the type that if a girl said, yo, I got a boyfriend, he would say, oh, they don't let you have friends. Like he was on that type of
So if you
persistent,
said, yo, I'm not gay, what you thought he would have said?
I'll turn you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like
yeah.
His riz was crazy.
Yet is crazy. If a nigga hitting on me, I'm like, yo, fam, I'm not gay. He be like, yet. Like, now we got to fight. Like, now you ain't sleep yet. Like, now you ain't knocked out yet. Fuck you mean yet?
No, Rory,
Yeah?
I'm asking
Nah.
what he looked like because I had that same experience with somebody who was obviously a listener of this podcast.
Hey, man,
I
it
kept
must have been the
walking.
same guy.
Huh?
I mean, it must have been the same guy,
No.
right?
Were
Gotta
you
be.
near the studio at all?
No, I was on 42nd.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part. Then no. But he did that to me. Like he like walked with me and I was like, hey. And he like kept walking. So I'm like, oh, maybe that was the same guy. Because maybe he didn't. The purpose was maybe he wasn't gay. Maybe he was trying to take you out because he was a fan of
No,
the
he
show.
was gay as fuck.
What? How in any of that story did you get that man wasn't gay? How did you come up with that? Like
'Cause
maybe
he
he
said-
wasn't.
He didn't say I'm trying to suck your dick. He said, yo, can I take you for drinks?
I mean, it's implied.
Whoa. He said dinner.
Okay, dinner.
Yeah, I'm not a drink girl. Like you have to take me out.
Let's
Okay.
not. Drinks are great.
It takes a little bit more with me.
You go with random men to go drink?
No, I'm saying in my dating scenario, I would get drinks with a girl.
Okay, yes. But because you're pursuing
No,
the
but
girl.
I was more critiquing him saying he's worth the food, not just the drinks. When I'm saying drinks are fine, drinks are great.
Drinks
I was
are
just
not fine.
confused because I was on 42nd and 9th. One more avenue over, he would have cleaned up on 10th in Hell's Kitchen.
He didn't
where
want
all
the easy
gays were.
ones. He wanted, the
Turn me up.
bisexual.
Do we have voicemails?
I mean, he had me.
You the one that brought this
Again.
topic up. So let
This
Rory
is-
gush about getting hit on.
This is nasty.
It's been like 4 days. He's still thinking about him.
Rory went back to the same block.
It's still there?
Roy went to the city MD, combing through records.
Try to get his files.
Combing through health records.
Oh my god!
This voicemail I wanted to start with today actually leads to the Demure Fleek conversation that we just finished. So let's go down memory lane.
You've got mail.
I fuck with the pod. Got a question, so I'm gonna get straight to it.
Delay was crazy.
Is there a word or a phrase, current or in the past, that you cannot stand? Me, could not stand the word fleek. That shit just made my skin crawl. And you had to be a specific type of ghetto to use it.
Whatever.
The
Very
other
true.
word for me
Ellen used it.
is Riz. Can't stand it. To me, it sounds like the name of a bully from a 90s movie. Watch out for Riz. He's coming down the street. You know what I'm saying? Shit's weird to me. Anyway, if y'all can add to that, we'll be fine. Thank you.
Zuvi, I hate it.
Zuvi is trash. I love it though. 'Cause
Zuvi
it's
was
so
great
funny.
to use as a joke.
Yo, it's a Zuvi. I'm not going.
I
As
hated.
soon as a nigga told me, yo, it's a Zuvi in there, I'm not going.
I hated lit, and then I started saying it as a joke, and then I started saying it seriously. Like lit won me over somehow. Cap was very similar in that regard. I don't really use it. I use it as a joke.
I'm good on
Cap
it.
bothered me.
I'm good on it's giving.
You're not supposed to say that.
Yes, that's
No,
from,
I just
that's
don't
from my
like. I
mans
just
that
don't
was
like when people
stalking me.
say. I don't say. I'm just saying I don't like when people say it because it's like shut up.
You know what I'm glad did not connect at all was Cray.
Damn.
Craig couldn't.
That shit Cray did not. It did not connect. That song was #1 everywhere. That word did not stick.
It did for a little while. It did. It did.
People was going around seriously saying, "Yo, that shit Cray."
Cray.
Yeah. Cray for sure.
Cray.
But that's a joke. People say Cray as a joke. All right, never mind. Maybe they do.
I'm telling
Maybe I'm-
you,
maybe
you
I'm
wasn't
not
up on
hip.
the, you wasn't up on the culture. PZ,
He wasn't up on the culture. See? Try to tell you that.
Maul, you got one?
Zuvi.
Oh.
I don't like Bent.
Bent?
I used to like Bent, but I don't like Bent. Remember Bent was a thing?
When you got drunk?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bent surpasses my lifetime. When I arrived here, Bent was a thing.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like hear Bent when it came out. But just remember Bent always being here.
According to my mother, lit was a thing before, and it like came back into style. Like when because my mother's about to be 70, so she was like, when I was younger, lit was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when we said lit, it meant like drunk or high. We didn't mean it as in like having fun.
What about W? I'm good on that one too.
Dub.
W's. That's more so like streamers, like W's in the chat, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
For, like,
that's
a win.
That
I mean,
shit
that's
is
a
not.
streamer
Just
thing.
don't say that.
People don't say that in real life.
What does
though.
that mean?
It's if you like the conversation or if you're approving of something, W.
So you just
It's like
win?
Win, yeah.
Oh.
What about Delulu?
I'm not familiar with that. Put me on
it's
the
not
game.
my demographic.
Delusional.
Oh, see, I would never even put those two things together. A lot of this stuff isn't Gen Z slang though. Bet is not Gen Z.
Bet is not Gen Z. at
Sus
all.
is not Gen Z.
No, this is just general slang.
But
Blow up,
but they're
simp
taking
is not Gen Z. Fam is definitely not.
fam is that used to be, oh my God, Rory's
Vi-
favorite word. It might still be Rory's
That
favorite
is Rory's.
word.
That's fam. Big fam.
I try to stop saying son, and I've been great at it for the past however many years.
Oh my God.
Son was like every other word I said was son for a very long time.
That's Queens though.
That's New York.
But Queens is heavy on son. Queens niggas was heavy on son. That was always a Queen shit.
I never felt like I was cool enough to say done. I would always like say it more as a joke. Done, I was never cool.
Is dead ass a thing outside of New York?
They say
It is now.
It is now.
I don't.
Social
I
media.
really don't hear it anywhere outside of New York.
I think out of all these, I think main character might be the only thing that Gen Z can hold. Or T, I guess. Is T Gen Z? Or is that us?
I feel like that's us, but they use it more than we do. But we definitely created it.
T is, I said as a joke, but is now in my vocabulary.
Are there any words that no longer are common slang that you would like to bring back?
Oh my God. You know which one I want to bring back.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I think we all are.
It's a great word. It's a great fucking word. Can we please bring it back?
Remember when all of Twitter tried to bring B back?
B?
B.
Like, what's good, B?
What's up? Yeah.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Oh, okay.
I fuck with B though. I
always did. But to me, that was always like a Harlem thing.
It would have been nice for the Bloods.
What?
Well, that's that was.
Just shut the fuck up. I know, I get it. Just shut up, please.
When normal people, like, I always find it funny when like normies try to use
normies,
which is another Gen Z. Yeah. Normies try to use like gang language. Like when normal people were saying what's cracking, and it's like you don't need to say that, or what's bracking. You don't need to stop.
Yeah, I never understood people saying that wasn't in gangs. That was just weird.
But that started like when all the girls in high school started dating Crips. Like before it got to the mainstream, you knew right away when a girl's language started to change. It was like, why are you talking like that?
Yeah, like which one of them niggas you fucking with?
What about like old time, like Joe Biden era slang, like the cat's pajamas,
the 30s,
or like the bee's knees?
The bee's knees is fire.
I love old
I still say blotto. Blot instead of getting like drunk.
Cruising for a bruising was my shit. Cruising for a bruising?
My dad,
oh, no, that was my shit.
My dad says that to me to this day.
Yeah, that was my shit. You cruising for a bruising.
Knuckle sandwich is a classic.
And then when they actually would punch you in the mouth?
There was like a TikTok trend going on of like where a couple people were making videos about like, they were like, what happened to like the like stereotypical cheerleader white girl in all their slang? Because they used to have like the super cool slang.
Mm-hmm.
Like a white girl call you a loser back in the day with the L on the forehead.
L7.
Ooh.
Make it a square.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, that's what L7 was, a square?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
You're an L and a 7. You're a loser. See? I mean, it's more of a rectangle, but you know, you see the.
That's so
you see what
cool.
they were
I never even thought. I've used it before, but I never knew like.
So which, like, what you thought the 7 was for?
I didn't even know what I
thought it was numerology.
You were L7.
No, I just.
Talk to the hand used to bang.
Talk to the hand. Yeah.
Cut the gas?
These are from the 50s.
That's farting. That might be like a good one nowadays. Cut the gas?
Cut the gas?
Yes. The big tickle is crazy. Who is that?
Can I get some context to what the big tickle was?
Yeah, who goes by that? Big tickle.
We don't want to get all judgy, but if anything funny is described as a big tickle.
Oh, like a bit, like a good time. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Mm.
I get that. I'm gonna start using big tickle. It's like basically like y'all having a funky good time.
A funky
good time.
Where you born in 53? What the fuck you mean? You having a funky good like funky good time?
Remember As If?
As If.
That was Clueless, right?
I don't know.
Didn't the movie Clueless make that popular?
Probably. I don't know.
So.
Far Out's pretty cool.
Nah, I never fucked with Far Out.
I don't know if that.
Oh, my bad.
That was like for like
Gobbledygook is crazy.
I don't know if I ever got that one off.
Gobbledygook is crazy. I use rigmarole a lot. Like I fuck with rigmarole.
Chrome Dome is kind of fire.
You know, I'm glad came and went. Lamping.
What?
Oh man,
Lamping was bad.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
It's like chilling.
It's like chilling because the lamp is like lamp. The lamp is just sitting there chilling.
Which is whoever put that together was high as fuck.
Yeah.
Chillax.
Oh, chillax.
I never see. That's when shit got weird.
Geezer
started like taking words and putting them together.
Remember Geezer?
Geezer flow.
Oh, do y'all remember Twitter? I used to get my hands off on Twitter.
Like French Montana?
Mm-hmm.
We just say H-A.
That was like last year.
That was not like last year.
Oh, snap.
That was my shit.
You were snap. You were peak snap era.
Hell yeah.
What made you say oh snap the first time?
Because you couldn't say oh shit in front of your parents.
Yeah, you couldn't curse.
What was the first snap when they hit the second tower?
He was 30.
I was using full blown curse words when they hit the tower.
Holy shit! A plane just ran into the World Trade Center.
Exactly. Like I didn't say oh snap. I saw a plane hit the World Trade Center. No. Oh snap. No, it was definitely like, what the fuck is going on?
Your did you guys as grandparents, I don't know, or like aunts, you couldn't say like lying was like a curse word? Like I could not say she's lying, like I would get popped. I would have to say like she's telling a tale or she's storytelling. I could not say lying.
That sounds like a cult.
When I was a kid.
Telling a tale.
Yeah.
You say, yo, she lying. It's like, you about to tell the truth. Shut up. Pow.
No, it was like lying was just a bad word. You could not say lying.
Oh, okay.
Shut Up was
I
a
have-
much bigger deal than they made it out to be.
Yeah.
Shut up, so I couldn't say shut up either.
Shut Up was like
Shut
looked
Up
at
was
as like saying fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. When I was a kid.
Jeez.
Shut up. Shut up.
You
and
had to
get
say be quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody take themselves back to their high school hallway.
Okay.
I mean, kind of beside them all here. When I say she's a skis, you know the girl that just popped up in your head too. Right when I saw the word skis,
Skis is
I knew the girl that popped up right in my head when I saw the word skis.
Skis come from Skeezer.
Yeah. Did y'all have gig?
I spoke to him the other day.
No, not
Shout out to Gigs.
gig. Y'all didn't have gig in y'all school?
No.
Like go get a gig, like a
yeah,
job.
like, get a gig, yeah.
No, gig was like a whore. Like she's a gig.
Oh,
That might have been just
oh,
been
no,
a Syracuse
no,
thing.
Yeah, that's local.
Slore
What was
gig.
like the background of what it meant?
A
I have no idea.
Ghetto gigger.
Slore was definitely a thing.
Slore.
Slore was just slut and whore combined.
Now it's treesh. The kids say treesh.
What does that mean?
I've
Sounds like
never heard of that.
The kids say treesh now. She's
Ghana
like,
has a
treesh.
song called Treesh. Is that about?
Huh? It's like a hoe. But where did treesh come from? Like,
I don't know the fuck.
Why do we keep coming up with more words for whore? Like, do we need more?
and why we just can't bring back the one word that we need to bring back?
No.
I'm not gonna say it, but why we just can't bring it back? Yeah, but
Jump off.
Booyah.
Did y'all use jump off or jump? When I was in high school, it was jump.
Jump off was definitely a thing.
like she's a jump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was for whore, for sure.
Another word for whore.
Yeah, jump.
She's a jump.
We do have a lot of words for that. It's like Eskimos, and don't they have like 1,000 words for snow?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely draw the parallels. We got
Do we
the
have one more.
voicemail?
Yeah, let's do it. This is a fun one, I think.
Hi guys, what's up? It's Cindy. I called in a couple of weeks ago. I'm from LA, so I was the teacher that called in. So here's my question. Well, two questions. Let's say you've been dating somebody for a while and then you guys break up. Is it weird if you unfollow them and their family pretty quickly? So that's my first question. And the second question is, what about like I'm a girl and my ex's friends still follow me after the breakup? Is that weird? Okay. Thank you guys. Have a great one. I love you, Julian.
Oh,
Hey. See? Good comments.
Got a reason to go to LA now.
Never mind.
To say hi.
Just to say hi?
Jump off.
The follow thing, I don't really get. I don't know. Everyone follow people. You unfollow everyone after they break up with their significant other?
No, I don't. No.
I don't want to make this sexist, but I feel like that's something women care way more about.
Yeah, I mean, if
I got blocked by a guy not too long ago, I was like, that's the gayest move I've ever seen in my life.
it does take a lot, but if my friend breaks up with this girl, I'm not going to unfollow her. I don't know.
It depends on why they broke up.
Okay.
Depends on why. If it's like nasty and then like she got some dudes to like run down to my man crib and all of that, then yeah, she got unfollow her. Like I'm not fucking with her. But if it's just like my homeboy got caught cheating and she broke up with him, I don't think I should. Not right away. Maybe
Yeah,
like,
doing that like day of seems like
It also depends on your relationship with the person.
Yeah. Oh well, it always depends on that.
Yeah.
it mostly depends on how it ended.
But yeah, but if you call some dudes to run down on my boy, like he got jumped, I'm not. Of course, I'm unfollowing you. I might have somebody come jump you now. Like we're not cool. But I like following people that know I don't fuck with them no more though.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't want to make a joke out of what happened with Cash Doll, but people broke into her house, which is coward shit. People that break into houses.
Rory, I saw the tweet. Don't.
It's weirdo shit. But she suggested that her ex-husband or boyfriend, father of their children, fought off the intruders. And then someone on Twitter replied and said, that's how you get your homies to get your family back.
You're sick. I told you not to repeat it. You're sick.
I'm not even laughing at that.
That's not funny to you at all?
No.
Imagine hiring your friends to break into your house and you defend your family and beat them up. And she's like, well, we should get back together.
Yo, beating your friends up. Like, like that
Jussie.
plan. Like I wanted to be at that meeting when they put that plan together. Like, all right, so I'm gonna punch you in your face, but it's, you know what I mean? I don't mean it. No, you not, nigga. Like, you can just come out with a gun and I'm gonna just run out the house. Like,
remember when they set that up in Mr. D's when they do the fake like robbery?
The purse. Yeah, it's a great
and then
scene.
he beats the shit out of the guy that they plotted the whole thing. And after she goes, I sure hope that mugger got home safe. Beat the living shit out of him.
Mr. Deeds is that's a great movie.
Well, to her question, I don't know. I don't really, that type of thing doesn't really enter my mind. I don't really give a fuck. Everyone can follow everyone. I don't put stake into that type of shit really at all. And if people do, cool. That's their prerogative.
Yeah, it depends on how it ends. If it ended horribly and this person's like a negative light like in your life, then it's probably best to just rid of them altogether.
I've been blocked by friends, ex-girlfriends when I had done nothing wrong at all. But I didn't, if that's what you want to do, cool. Whatever brings you peace. That's all I got.
I'm not. I've been blocked, but when people go through things with their significant other, but I'm not unfollowing. I mean, it depends. If I like your content, I'll keep following you. If you was posting bullshit anyway and I was just following you to be nice, I'll unfollow you. You could take that how you want to take it. I don't really. But if Maul or Rory broke up with somebody, I'm not going to unfollow them just because they broke up.
I wouldn't feel any type of way if you kept following them.
Yeah, it's like, it's just.
Guess what? I also wouldn't even check.
Some people really check shit like that.
Some people you got to unfollow.
I've never went through Demaris' followers. Like, I'm not going to be like, yo, who's Demaris still following somebody? I wouldn't even.
Oh, speaking of like nasty eras, remember that? Like the follow for follow trend?
Follow Fridays?
Follow Fridays, the follow trains.
Oh, that's so fucking lame.
God, it was bad.
That is so lame.
I know people look back and be like, yo, what the fuck was I thinking?
All right, well, Detroit, we will see you this week.
Yes.
You're hearing this now on Tuesday, the 20th. We are in Detroit.
In 2 days.
2 days.
August 22nd, St. Andrews Hall. Can't wait to see the beautiful people of Michigan.
Yes.
You can't just say Detroit because sure there'll be people coming from different parts of Michigan.
Swing state.
Love Michigan. Beautiful city.
We'll be in Chicago on the 25th of this week as well.
City Winery.
Yes.
Another beautiful city. Chi-Town.
Are you going to take me around
Motown
Detroit?
and Chi-Town. Huh?
Are you going to take me around Detroit?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't know around Detroit like that.
Are y'all gonna go visit you guys' friend that taught you how to fight?
Oh,
Dale?
Yeah.
He was kind of deep. He wasn't in Detroit per se. Like he was on the other side of 8 Mile, as they would say. Like he was in another town in Michigan. I would say what's up, but that was kind of a drive. I think I'm cool.
What's up, Dale?
But I
just said it. You just said what's up to him.
I just
you got it.
I feel like y'all
he's
got
listening
like,
for sure too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got your first belt, like you could have like got some new moves, you know?
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, Dale probably got some new shit that he ain't even put on the internet yet.
Maybe set up a private session in the hotel or something.
In the room?
Like close combat.
Dale, what would you do right here? In this
Why
room
you
right
wrestling?
What would you do if your son was at home crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry?
Tickets available now, newroryandmall.com. Hope to see y'all in Michigan or Chicago this weekend.
If I hang out with the NOI, will you come with me?
If you hang out with the NOI?
Yes, I mean, it's one of their biggest cities.
You just gonna hang out with them? Like doing what though?
Lamping?
We'll talk to y'all soon, man. Be safe, be blessed. Have a safe week. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.